असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Dear friends, I am extremely happy to meet you all. I think most of you are meeting for the first time. How many of you have met me earlier or have attended other programs? Anybody? So all of you are new, that's very good. So you will not mind my repeating some of the things from the earlier programs. That is safe. ये तो बोले एक ही बजा रहा है बाजा. Very good. Just for my knowledge, how many of you are students? Yeah, so about 30-40% of students. Rest are, I think, from various fields, executives and managers, and they are all employed in various capacities. Very good. The topic of the program is time management for everyone. It is very, very important topic for all of you and for me also. I am included in that. Everyone. What do you mean by everyone? Any human being who is born has to have time management. Irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality, whether you are manager, executive, officer, housewife, student, teacher, any occupation, any human being has to have time management. First of all, let us know what is time. What is time? Have you ever thought what is time? According to the theory of relativity of Einstein, time is not in a straight line, it is curved. It is relative. When the speed of the light is 1,86,000 miles per second, at that time afterwards the time has got its own limitation, it's got its own curve. So time is curved, it is not a straight line, time is relative, and you can find out the time is relative from your own experience. Supposing you are waiting for your beloved friend, the time is given at, say, for example, 11 a.m. You start waiting for him or her 10:30, 10:45, 11 has come and now you become impatient. 11. Afterwards, every second seems like an hour, isn't it? And supposing you meet, finally he or she arrives, appointment is of 5 minutes, but when you leave each other, already 1 hour. You thought it was only 5 minutes. Because you are enjoying so much, when the time slipped away we do not know. So time is relative. Again, not only from Einstein point of view, but from our own individual point of view also. So time is relative, it is not in a straight line. But how do you define time? One of the convenient definitions we can say is that time is the duration between two events. Is that okay? Time is the duration between two events. Now for all of us, what is the time available to us? From the time we are born till we die. From birth is one event, death is another event. What is the time available to us? The time between our birth and our death. Of course, we will not bring in the theory of reincarnation here. Some of the religions, they believe in theory of reincarnation, that no, it is only one lifetime. Again you are born, punarapi janamam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam, iya sansare, bahudustare, krupya paho, pai murare, bhajagovindam, bhajagovindam. That is the stotra by Adi Shankaracharya, where he says, a human being goes, takes birth, again dies, again takes birth, again dies. This wheel of birth and death is going on till one gets nirvana, one gets mukti. Till that time it goes on. But we will not go into that controversy. Some people may not believe in the theory of reincarnation. Some religions do not believe in the theory of reincarnation. Now, of course, modern science is now believing. They have found out thousands of cases. Mr. Stevens has made a lot of researches on this, and there is a book by Dr. Reynolds Moody, MD, Life After Life. But we will not go into that. For the time being, let us see. We all agree that we are born. Anybody having any doubt? Now another information I give you, a piece of information which is not palatable, is that we are all going to die. The most certain thing in the whole world is death. Most certain thing. You know, Yudhishthira was asked this question, which is the most wonderful thing in the whole world? You know the story of Mahabharata. Pandavas were in exile and they were going through the forest. For 14 years they have to be out, and now they all felt thirsty. So Yudhishthira said, Bhima, you know, he is the hero. He has to do all sorts of odd jobs. Bhim, we are all thirsty, do something. Okay, wait. Then he went, he climbed a tree, and then he saw nearby, yes, there is a pond. He said, I am going to the pond and bring you water. He went, and these people are waiting. For them every minute is like 1 hour. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. Bhim is not returning. What happened? Arjuna, next hero. He went in search of Bhim now. Went to the side, the direction in which he had gone. Never returned. Again 1 hour waiting. Then again all the brothers went. Lastly Yudhishthira, he said, what is the matter? All the 4 brothers have gone and never returned. He went. And then he saw, when he went to the pond side, 4 brothers were lying dead. They were all dead. And then he was very, very miserable. And then he went to take a piece, just a drop, a little bit of water from the pond. And suddenly the Yaksha came. Don't take water. I give you warning. I gave this warning to all your 4 brothers, and this is what has happened to them. Same thing will happen to you. Don't touch water before you have replied to my questions. Then Yudhishthira, he is a wise man. He did not take water like other 4 brothers. Yes, you ask questions. And he went on asking many questions. Yudhishthira replied all the questions. One of the questions was, what is the most wonderful thing in the whole world? What is the most wonderful thing in the whole world? Had we been there, we would have immediately told Taj Mahal is also one of the 9th wonder. 9 now it has come already, you know, and less discovery. It is already one of the 9 wonders. So we would have told about 9 wonders of the world. At least Taj Mahal is, we are proud, one of them. So we would have told about it. But Yudhishthira was wise. He said, the most wonderful thing is this. People see before their own eyes their friends, their neighbors, their relatives dying. Sometimes their own family members dying. They go to the cremation ground. They have seen with themselves, with their own eyes, that people are dying. And now, that time media was not there. Now media every day, whole day they are showing this only. You know, media is negative. So they want to show negative things, where all things are happening, how many people are dying. So dying everywhere. Here there is a bomb, here there is a flood in Uttarakhand, here this, and everywhere it is death. Every day thousands and thousands of people are dying. This is a fact. And Yudhishthira says, every human being has seen someone dying, at least on TV, if not in real life. Small children have also seen the death. And those who have grown a little more, they themselves have gone to the cremation ground. They have seen the people dying. And yet, Yudhishthira says, this is the most wonderful thing. Every day we are seeing death all around. Every day we know our relatives are dying, so many are dying, so many, our family members are dying, they have died. And yet every man says, every person believes he will never die, he will or she will never die. This, you find out for yourself. Does this idea come to us? We do not allow the thought to come to us. No, 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 no. And when somebody speaks of death, the parents will say, oh, don't talk about death. Amangal ho jayega, amangal ho jayega. But this is the fact. It is the hard fact of life. Anyone who is born has to die. If you are not born, you will not have to die. But obverse and reverse of the same coin. This is life. Life and death are obverse, reverse of the same coin. Happiness, misery, obverse and reverse of the same coin. If you take happiness, you have to take misery. If you take life, you have to take death. Now, why? No question of why. This is the rule. This is the game of life. This is the game of life and death. If you are born, you have to die. Why it is there, we do not know, but this is the phenomena. And if you go on asking why, unlimited time will go. Better is, Buddha says, do not waste your time in calculating from where the arrow came, who shot the arrow, when did he shot the arrow. First remove the arrow. By that time, otherwise he will die, the patient will die. First remove the arrow. So Buddha says, I do not want to discuss all these things, whether God is there or not, Atman is there or not. I know world is full of suffering. I know there is death. And before we die, we have to do something about it. Otherwise, we are going to have suffering. So my only aim is to reduce my suffering. That's all, Buddha says. So somebody asked him, you see, we have heard that you do not believe in God. Then Buddha said, where did I say so? When did I say so? Oh, that means you believe in God. When did I say so? Then Buddha said, I don't say anything about it. Because it is futile to go for the philosophical questions, but this is true. You may or may not believe in God, but this is a fact. Death is there, certain. This is the most important thing. The management of time is the management of time that we have at our disposal. Just before death, whatever you want, you can do. After death, you will not be able to do anything. Whatever you want to do. So, most important thing is the goal of life. What do I want to achieve before I die? We will also come to the usual techniques of time management. I will tell you. The paper has been given to you. But before that, I want to give you something which no management expert will give you. And this is the most important thing. We may have the latest methods of techniques of time management. You will be saving each and every second and prepare a very nice project. Ultimately, you present it and then you find out you did not have to give this project. The project was this project belongs to somebody else and you were supposed to give some other project. All your efforts of 1.5 years gone to pieces. First of all, know what is your project and then you start working on it and save time bit by bit. What is your project? And you take a wrong project and finish it very nicely, very efficiently before time to recover, to discover that was not your project. All efforts gone. So, most important thing is what is your project? What is your right project? What do you want to achieve before you die, so that there is no regret. Arey, humne to ye nahi kiya. Like Alexander the Great. You know the story of Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great came, he conquered the whole world. Now India has to be conquered. So he came to India. When he was coming to India, his master Aristotle said, when you are going to India, please bring a nice gift from India. So what can I get? You see, there are very good saints available in India. Please bring one saint for our country. So Alexander was in search of a saint. After a long search, he found one saint when he was passing through a forest, sitting on the last bit on a bit of rock, deep in meditation, very bright face. He was very much impressed. After his meditation over, he talked to him. Oh, what a mine of knowledge! And he was very much impressed. Then he told that saint, please come with me to my country. I have told my guru, I will bring very good saint and I am very much impressed by your wisdom. Please come to my country. I will build a beautiful palace for you. Very nice food, nice clothes I will give you. Please come. And the saint smiled and said, why should I come to you? I am very happy here. I don't need your food. This river is giving me water. This tree gives me fruits. I don't need clothes. The sky is my cloth. And I don't need any house. I am very happy here. I don't need your palace. I don't need your house. I am very happy here. Why should I come to you? No, no, you have to come. I have promised my guru and I will bring a saint and I am very much impressed. You must come. I will not come. You have to come. I will not come. Now nobody dared to oppose Alexander the Great. You know, he was so powerful. Nobody had dared. And here is the ordinary saint, poor person, not listening to him, and then he became very much annoyed. He just drew out the sword. If you don't come, I'll cut your head. And when Alexander's sword came out, he did not have to use the sword. The other person will faint and die. Immediately he will faint down with the great sword coming out. When he drew out the sword, the reverse thing happened. The saint laughed very heartily. You fool! You want to kill me? Don't you know the sword cannot kill me? The sword cannot pierce me? Don't you know the fire cannot burn me? Don't you know the air cannot dry me? Don't you know the water cannot melt me? I am the birthless, deathless, ever pure, ever blissful Atman. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledentyapi, na shosheta maruta, acchedoyam, adayoyam, akledyo shoshevacha, nitya sarvagadasthanu, achaloyam sanatana. Reverse thing happened. Alexander had never seen any person standing with so much of courage before his sword. He became terrified. The sword fell down from his hands. And then the saint said, you fool, you want me to take to your country? I can see with my third eye, you yourself are not going to reach your country. And the history says, this is what happened. Alexander could not reach his country. On the way, he had a very peculiar type of disease. And when he was dying, he asked his general and made a request. I wanted to meet my mother. You know, he was very much attached to his mother. I wanted to see my mother before I die, but I think I will not be able to do. The death is overpowering me. But this is my last wish, that when I die, when you bury me in the grave, let my hands come out of the grave. General said, we will surely follow your advice. But we would just like to know the reason why you are making this peculiar request. Then Alexander said, I conquered the whole world. I have so many elephants, so many horses, so many kingdoms, so many ornaments, so many gold coins, so many silver coins, so much of property, so much of power, and yet I am so sorry, I am not able to take even a single thing with me at death. Let the whole world receive. Alexander conquered the whole world, but he went empty-handed. This saint has not got a single horse or a single elephant or a single coin. At the time of death, he is smiling, and I am weeping at the time of death because I could not control myself. I conquered the whole world, but I could not conquer myself, and so I am going empty-handed. That saint conquered himself, and so he is going with a smile. This is the message what Kabir says, जब तू आया जगत में जग हंसे तू रोए ऐसी करनी कर चलो मरते समय तुम हंसो जग रोए. You know, when a small child is born, it is weeping, and all others are so happy, they are clapping. And by chance, if the child does not weep, then others start weeping. Something wrong with the child. And the doctor says if he does not weep, this is the real fact. If the child does not weep at the time of death, at the time of birth, he is going to die. He will not survive. And so they call the doctors, then the doctor gives injection, and then he cries, and then all people they clap. Yes, very nice. जब तू आया जगत में जग हंसे तू रोए, all were happy and smiling, and you alone were weeping. Now you live in such a nice manner, make time management such a manner, manage your time in such a manner that when you die at the time of death, you have got no regrets. Yes, I utilize my time for the activities, for my own purification. I served the people. I was not selfish. I was doing unselfish service to my parents, to my relatives, to the society, and I don't have regrets that I have misused my time. And so, I have of course earned money. I have made best use of my money. I have of course enjoyed, but without disturbing anybody else. And so, I have got no regrets. I have not troubled anybody. And so, with the blessings of all, I am going to the abode of Lord. I am so happy. भगवान का नाम लिया, भगवान का काम किया, भगवान के पास जा रहा हूँ, क्या आनंद है. And let others weep. इतने अच्छे आदमी थे चले गए. What a nice man he was, and he has died. Let them weep. But at the time of death, you are so happy. That is the real success of life. We are talking about success. We want time management. Why? Because we want success in life. But what is real success? Yes, of course, there are three types of success: temporary success, short-term success, long-term success, and also eternal success. What type of success we want? If we want everlasting success, everlasting happiness, everlasting peace, if we want to conquer death, then we have to utilize our time in such a manner that we don't have any regrets. Everybody has to think about himself or herself. What is the ultimate goal of my life, so that at the time of death I don't have regrets that I did not manage my time properly. This is real time management. Time management of the whole life, not only of 24 hours. I will come to that, how to manage 24 hours later. But how to manage the whole time of whole lifetime. And the most certain thing is the death. We have to die. If we are born, we have to die. Another, and what is the most uncertain thing in the life? Most certain thing is death. And the most uncertain thing is the time of death. We do not know. Just the other day, we had one of our very good devotees. We received the news that he has died. I talked to him just a previous day, and next day I received the message. He was taking a cup of tea in the morning, and bus, he died. He had a heart attack, died. So many people, just they were going, met an accident, within a minute, gone. So many things can happen at any time. Anybody can have death at any time. There is no guarantee. Some people, I will come to that. Some people they say कि अभी 100 साल तो जिंदे रहेंगे ना. That is 100 साल का कोई guarantee नहीं है. That is a human span. अभी average age है 70 years for India. From 35 years it has come to 70 years. But that does not mean you will live 70 years. Because some children are dying at the age of 1 year and some are dying after 100 or 99 or 92, 93. ये सब मिलकर के average age होता है. Average age comes out of that. So because the average is 60 years or 65 years, that is no guarantee that you will also live for 60, 65 years. Because you find sometimes a child only one day born is also dying. So most certain thing, death. Most uncertain thing, time of death. So we have to be prepared for that. But anyway, so what we should do is that we have to first of all keep the goal of life. What do I want to achieve? So that I don't have regrets that I did not utilize my time properly. And as I told you, how much you can achieve depends upon your time management of the whole life. Swami Vivekananda, many times he said, I will not live to see 40. And really, he passed away at the age of 39 years. But within 39 years, he had conquered the world. He had finished his job. He knew that I have very limited time. So sometimes I jokingly say, the days of test matches are gone. Now one day. After one day, 20-20. But Swamiji played 10-10. Kick, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. Within a week, 20-30 lectures, there, America going here, so many towers, and within 39, He has finished his game. But he told, I am going to talk about in the evening, today evening you must come. Swami Vivekananda, voice without form. I am going to talk about it in the evening, so I am not giving you just now, but one thing he said, that whatever, he was asked this question, why do you want to give up your body so quickly? Because just a few days before 4 July 1902, when he gave up his body, he told, when I die, cremate me here. And he also told, within a few days I will die. He knew that he had already earmarked the date as 4 July, but he did not tell others. He only told that within a few days I will be living this stage of life. Then he was asked, why do you want to give your body so quickly? It is only, you are so young. Then he said, I have done enough for next 1500 years. I have done enough for next 1500 years. Somebody was saying, why another Vivekananda is not coming? But first of all, let us finish what this Vivekananda has given the message. This itself will take 1500 years. Abhi pura thali bhara hua hai, bole aur lao. Arre pehle isko to khao. We have not yet finished our thali and we want more food. He has already given the message which is enough for us for next 1500 years. Already, you know, normally when people die, his obituary is the last newspaper report, finish. But here what happened? At the time of death, he was very popular. When centenary celebration, he was much more popular. Now 150th birth anniversary is going on, is still more popular everywhere. So why? Because his message is perennial. So whatever it is, every one of us, all the great people we find, whether in the past history or whether present alive, they somehow or other, consciously or unconsciously, they are practicing some techniques of time management. Knowingly or unknowingly, they are practicing, which we are going to talk about. They are practicing, and that is why they became great. But the most important thing is that if we want success in life, we must know what is the goal of life, what is the purpose of life. And this is what the modern science also says. So far we were thinking that success will depend upon IQ. But 1991, Daniel Goleman made a research in this management and said no, EQ, emotional intelligence, is more important than IQ. And the latest discovery, as you know, of the modern science is SQ. Dana Zoha, she is a professor in Oxford University. She has written a book, the name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, where she says neurologically, physiologically, biologically, psychologically, from every point of view there is a concluding evidence. There is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. What is IQ? IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. What is EQ? Emotional quotient. EQ will tell you how to play the game of life under changed circumstances with changed strategies. And what is SQ? SQ will tell you whether to play the game of life at all or not. That's your choice. What is the purpose of life? What is the aim of your life? What is the ultimate aim of your game of life? This is development of SQ. And ultimate success will depend upon IQ, EQ and SQ. And SQ means knowing the purpose of life. And what could be the purpose of life? We have to think for ourselves. But fortunately, we have got the modern quantum mechanics, which has come to our rescue and which also gives vent to this one, that yes, the ultimate reality is beyond all that. The ultimate reality is beyond time, space and causation. Beyond time, space and causation. And Einstein says, in the book World as I See It, he says, the true value of a human being is determined primarily by the measure and the sense in which he has attained to liberation from the self. The true value of a human being is determined primarily by the measure and the sense in which he has attained to liberation from the self. So this is the gist of our human life. If we have made use of our life in a proper manner, we must get liberation before we die. That is what Einstein says. There is another book by Lincoln Barnett. The name of the book is Einstein and the Universe, in which Lincoln Barnett says, Man has a unique capacity. Every human being has got a unique capacity of transcending himself and perceiving himself in the act of perception. Every human being has got a unique capacity. Mind you, only human being, no other animals, no other birds. According to the old scriptures, out of 84 lakhs of species, 84 लाख योनि में मात्र मनुष्य योनि को भगवान प्राप्ति हो सकती है, आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान प्राप्त हो सकता है. This is what our scriptures said. Out of 84 lakhs of species, only human beings can have spiritual knowledge. But the modern science says no, no, no. There are 1 crore 25 lakhs of species. You know, they have multiplied, cloning and everything going on. But still it is not much difference. 84 lakh, 1 crore 25 lakh. They had no microscope thousands of years back, and yet they talked about 84 lakhs of species. But the modern science says 1 crore 25 lakhs of species. But they tell also the same thing. Dana Zohar says IQ is available with all the species, including the computers. EQ is available only with a few species. Elephants, cows, they have got emotional quotient. They have got that emotions. You know, we have got they have 174 branches centers all over the world, Ramakrishna Mission, our headquarters in Belumat, and 40 abroad, rest in India. We have a center in Uttaranchal, that is at Mayavati, is the name of the place, Advait Ashrama Mayavati. If you go towards Pithoragarh, just before Pithoragarh there is Lohaghat. From Lohaghat you have to do the about 13 kilometer up in the mountain. It is 6,500 feet high from the sea level. Beautiful mountain range all around you can see, snow range all around you can see. That Advaita Ashrama was established by Swami Vivekananda. When he had gone to Switzerland, he was very happy to see the Alps mountain full of snows. You know, Alps is not that high, but always full of snow like Himalayas. And seeing those Himalayan like peaks, he told his host, that is Captain Sevier and Mrs. Sevier, I have got a dream to build an ashrama at the height of Himalayas, and all around there will be forest, and the whole mountain we have to take, and there will be we will be practicing Advaita Vedanta there. This is my dream. And when Captain Sevier, Mrs. Sevier came along with them, along with Swamiji when Swamiji came to India, they came along with him, and they really found out a piece of place, 65 acres of land in the vicinity, and they started Advaita Ashram Mayavati. So that is where you can see all snow peaks, very deep forest. Because it is under our control, very deep forest. Other forests have been already cut, trees have been cut, but here nobody can cut the tree without the permission from the head of our monk there. So that is why it is a very dense forest. Even now tigers are available. Only a few 3-4 years back when I was there in Mayavati, I heard this incident. When I had gone to Mayavati, I heard this incident. A few days back, a tiger had come in the evening. A cow had given birth to a calf. The tiger came and took away the calf. And that cow became so much disturbed. And then the cow did not take food for 3 days. So much we tried. She did not take any food. She was so much emotionally upset by the tigers taking away the calf that she did not take food. After 5 days she died. But she did not take food. So you see how much EQ even a cow has got. So few species have got EQ also. But SQ is available only with the human beings. That is the discovery of the modern science. Dana Zohar says, scientifically it has been proved SQ is available only with the spiritual quotient, is available only with the human beings, and the old scripture said spiritual knowledge is available only with the human beings. If we are human beings, I think nobody has a doubt. If we are human beings, we have a special prerogative, a special birthright, हमारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है to get this spiritual knowledge. We have our birthright to get infinite happiness, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, and conquest over death in this very lifetime. We can do that. We have got that choice. We may or may not do it, but we have got that choice. Animals do not have choice. Tigers do not have choice. Elephants do not have choice. Only one species has got that choice. Either to get infinite happiness, joy and all that. Otherwise, other four things are common. This is what our scriptures say. Ahar, nidra, bhay, maitunancha, samana betat pashuvi naranam, dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshah, dharmena hina pashuvi samana. Four things are common between other species and human beings. What are four? Ahar. Animals also take food, we also take food. Nidra. Animals also sleep, we also sleep. Bhay. Animals also get afraid, we also get afraid. Maithunan. The animals also produce and we also produce. The human beings also produce children. So then where is the difference? Only difference is this spirituality, SQ. IQ is available with all the species including the computers. EQ is available only with a few species, but SQ is available only with the human species. And that is why Lincoln Barnett says in his book Einstein and the Universe, man has a unique capacity of transcending himself and perceiving himself in the act of perception. And Niels Bohr, a Nobel Prize physicist, says beautifully, man is an actor and spectator in this great drama of life simultaneously. Only man, nobody else. We are actors and spectators in this great drama of life simultaneously. There is a drama going on and there is a fight between Bhima and Duryodhana. Both are having the gada. एक दूसरे गदा से मार रहे हैं. भीम जब दुर्योधन को मारता है, लोगों को लगता है जोर से मारा, बहुत जोर से मारा, पर भीम जब उसको मारने जाता है ऐसा दिखाता है ऐसा बहुत जोर से मार रहे हैं. वो जानता है कि मैं भीम हूं, ये दुर्योधन है, और ये भी जानता है कि मेरा असली नाम राम है, उसका नाम असली नाम श्याम है. दोनों 5 मिनट के बाद जब इंटरवल होगा एक साथ ग्रीन रूम में कॉफी पिएंगे. ये भी वो जानता है, इसलिए जोर से नहीं मारता. लोगों को लगता है बहुत जोर से मारा, जोर से नहीं मारता. क्यों? मालूम है मेरा फ्रेंड है. वी आर बोथ एक्टर्स एंड स्पेक्टेटर्स in this great drama of life simultaneously. Only we can, no other animal can become a spectator. We can become, they are only actors, they are acting in this great drama of life. But we can act, at the same time we can think ourselves what we are acting, what I am doing. This awareness, transcending oneself in the act of perception, this is only a special prerogative of human beings. Getting infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, infinite happiness, infinite life in this very life by transcending limitations of time, space and causation and becoming one with the absolute truth, that special prerogative of only human beings. Now let us decide, what do we want in life? Of course we must have career development. Of course we must have earned money. Of course we must have ambitions, like to become like Bill Gates. We must have ambition to have more money, more money. At the same time, we must also know where do we end. What do we are going to take? Yes, you are trying very hard. You must try to get a gold medal. But ultimately, you must also remember gold medal will not go with you. That does not mean we should not try for gold medal. That does not mean we should not go for career development. That does not mean we should not earn money. But we must understand the value of everything. The value of all these things is absolutely zero at the time of death. For our individual sake, of course, we must earn money for our children, for our parents. We should not be selfish that, oh, I am going to die, so why should I care? No. We are human beings, we care for others. I am not saying we will not, but our priorities will change. And time management, I tell you one thing. The essence of time management, is only one thing, setting up the priorities of life. That's all. The whole gist of time management is only this, setting up the priorities of life, setting up the priorities of your ambitions, setting up the priorities of your achievements. That's all. Once you do that, you will be able to give more time to your items which are priority wise, and give less time to those items which are not so important in the ultimate analysis. Maybe temporary you have. So we know purposely, yes, I know that I am wasting time, but I am purposely wasting. At least that much we must know. How much we know. And so before that we must know the priorities of life. Once the priorities are set, time management is very, very easy. Otherwise what will happen? All your efforts, saving the time by minute, second by second, ultimately very beautiful project, you come to know the topic of your project was something different. Whole project gone to pieces. All your time gone at one stroke. Just as Alexander was weeping, we will be weeping. Oh, kya kiya humne apne जीवन में? What did I achieve? I am not able to. At the time of death, we should not have any regrets कि हमने इतना time management किया, बाद में ये time management करने के बाद इतना सब achieve किया, but ultimately it is of zero value. That should not happen. So, and even when you are trying to have time management, there are so many thousands of activities. Everybody, there are thousands of books to be read. You must know priority, which book is for priority. I am doing PhD in some history subject. There are books on geography also. There are books on chemistry, mathematics, physics also. There are books on so many other topics. But for the time being, I have to get maximum marks in my examination of PhD in history subject. Let me concentrate on history books now. After PhD you can do it. In vacation you go for novels, you go for fiction, you go for other books. But at present my priority is my subject of PhD. So this setting of the priorities of life is very, very important. And before we talk about time management, we must also know the importance of time. First of all, we remember this thing, that all the great people in the history who have been great, or all those who have achieved something, what we call achievers in various fields, whether in the field of business, industries, whether in the field of education, social service, any field, any great person, they have consciously or unconsciously, knowingly or unknowingly, they have followed the techniques of time management, and hence they got success, because they also have 24 hours. We also have 24 hours. Anybody getting less? Please tell me. Anybody getting less? There was a beautiful article in Reader's Digest, beautiful paragraph about time deposit. He says there is a typical bank deposits 86,400 rupees in your bank account every day morning, and whatever money you use, you can use any money, whatever you can use. But supposing if you do not use, this money will not be carried forward, that is gone. Next day morning again you will get 86,400 rupees. So what we should do? Utilize every rupee, because it cannot be carried forward. Utilize each rupee. And then it says, yes, there is a bank that is called time deposit. Every day morning you get 86,400 seconds deposited in your bank account. Whatever seconds you utilize fruitfully, that is yours. Whatever you cannot utilize properly, that is gone. Next day again 86,400 seconds you will get, if provided you are alive. It will come. But so one is time management of the whole life, another is now we are talking about the time management of every day, 24 hours. How to utilize 86,400 seconds in a profitable way, so that we can meet with the success, the same success with the achievers and the great people in the past, or those who are in the present have achieved. So item number one is time is important. Try to utilize each and every second. Item number two, that each and every one of us can utilize time properly and can benefit from time management, irrespective of whether We are executives, managers, students, teachers, each and everyone has got a birthright to utilize the time, because time is available, because every human being is getting 86,400 seconds. There is no such rule that you will get one less or some more. I will tell you afterwards how to get more than 86,400, that I will tell you later on last. I will tell you how to get more than 86,400 seconds, less last I will tell you. But for the time being, in general, 86,400 seconds. You cannot get more. Now utilize each and every second. Another formula you must remember is, time and tide wait for none. Time and tide wait for none. The time that is gone, that is gone. Sometimes people say, yes, we must be very careful. Why? Why? Because time is money. I say no, time is not money. Time is more important than money. Why? Supposing if you are doing a business and you have loss of 1 crore rupees, there is a possibility that you may get a profit of 1 crore rupees or 2 crore rupees next year, and you can tide over your loss of 1 crore rupees by getting more profit next year. Is it possible? But supposing already 10:30, 10:25 today, now 10:26 already, okay. Now can you tell me, today is the date is 29 June 2013. Now 10:25 AM. Tell me whether 10:24 AM of 29 June 2013 will come again or not. Will it come again? Will it come? 10:25 will not. 10:26 will come, but 10:25 will not come. 10:30 will come, but 10:25 will not come. 10:25 will come again, but PM, not AM. But will come again 30th June, but not 29th June. Will come again, but 2014, not 2013. Yes, it will come same time, 10:25 AM of 29th June will come again in 2014, but the 10:25 AM of 29th June of 2013 gone forever. So time and tide wait for none. So try to utilize the second which is going slipping out of your hand. We must understand the importance of time, because it is running out. Supposing we are going to be living here for, say, let us be optimistic, 100 years. And 50 years is gone, so now only 50 years only are left. No, 50 years are not left. Then what is left? Psychologists, sociologists, they have made a survey that average age, take it for 70 years. Average age 70 years. But that does not mean there is no guarantee that you will live, we all will live for 70 years. No guarantee. This is average age. But let us, for example, that we are going to live for 70 years. I wish you all live for 100 years. But supposing we are living for up to 70 years. Now, what is the analysis they have made? Out of 70 years, research shows that an average person lives 70 years. This is how those years are spent. 28 years, this is average. 28 years in sleeping. Of course, for Kumbhakarna it will be much more. But average person, out of 70 years, not 100 years, mind you, I am talking about only 70 years. Out of 70, so percentage will be much more if you take it 100 years. I am talking out of 70 years, 28 gone for sleeping, and then 10 years for studying, 8 years recreation, average, but of course some people have got more for recreation, 5 years traveling. Oh, for me it will be, I think my half life has gone for traveling only. So the equation will be different, but 5 years of traveling, 6 years illness, 6 years illness, average. Some people, they are fond of more of illness, so they will be falling more. 4 years of eating. Some people enjoy eating more, so for them it will be more. 3 years of dressing. Of course, for women it will be more, for men it may be less. But nowadays men are also coming for competition. They are also taking more time in dressing. If you have to go for interview, more tie and this we have to see. Then 6 years working. This is the analysis. We were thinking we have got 70 years. No. Working time is only 6 years. So for example, if you are 35 years old, don't think that you have got 35 years more. Only 3 years of life, of working life is left. I mean, what is in your choice? Whatever you want to achieve, you have to achieve within 3 years if you are living for 70 years and if you are 35 years. Because half is gone. Half life is gone. Out of 6 years, only 3 years of working of life is remaining. Can you understand? Can you understand how much we have to be very careful in our time management? So, there is a beautiful saying I got somewhere, I am sharing with you. It is not mine, I got from somewhere, I do not know the source. Where it is told, and you must have also heard, if you want to know the importance of time, if you want to know the importance of 1 year, you ask a student, what is the importance of 1 year? You ask a student who has failed in examination, 1 year gone. Now, if you want to get the importance of 1 month, ask the mother who has delivered a premature baby. If you want to know the importance of 1 week, ask the editor of the weekly magazine how hard it is to complete the whole work in 1 week. If you want to know the importance of 1 day, ask the contractor who missed his tender just by 1 day. He was late in 1 day and he missed the tender of crores of rupees. If you want to know the importance of 1 hour, try to ask the mother who is waiting for her son to return from the school. For 1 hour, for her it is too big a thing. If you want to know the importance of 1 minute, ask the man who missed the train by 1 minute. If you want to know the importance of 1 second, ask the woman who avoided an accident just by a second. And if you want to know the importance of 1 millisecond, ask the athlete who lost a gold medal in Olympic. 1 millisecond, lost the gold medal. So even 1 millisecond is so important. And we are wasting not milliseconds, not seconds, not minutes, not hours, not days, years together. This is our situation. So let us know the importance of time. And there is a beautiful saying which I would like to share with you, that yesterday is history, and tomorrow is a mystery. It is a mystery. Yesterday is history, that is true, and tomorrow is a mystery, okay, and today is a gift. Today is a gift, and that is why it is called present. What is gift? Gift means present. Today is the gift. Why? Because that is why it is called present. The present is with you. The yesterday is a history and future is a mystery. So make use of the present, because it is a present. It is a gift to you. Make the best use of the gift that is present. Let us try to utilize the present time profitably. Our future is going to be bright. There is no doubt about it. But the accountants say in different way. Accountants have got their own language. What do they say? That yesterday is a cancelled check. You cannot get any money out of it. Yesterday is a cancelled check. अभी देना बैंक का कोई आपको देगा, जो बैंक खत्म होगी उसका चेक आपको लेगा 1 करोड़ रुपया. फायदा क्या है? कैंसल्ड चेक. Yesterday is a cancelled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. पता नहीं कल तक बैंक रहेगी कि नहीं. Promissory note. So yesterday is a cancelled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Today is cash. So try to make use of the cash. This is the cash money. Today, this is cash, hard cash on your hand. Try to utilize this cash in a proper manner, and that is the time management. So, once we know the importance of time, then only we will be able to really go for the techniques of time management. Before we go for the techniques of time management, we must know the benefits of time management. Once we get time management, we can do more work in less time. Our efficiency increases, our output increases, our productivity increases, then we have better health, we have better human relations, and we have less stress. We will be talking about how stress management, time management are related to each other. One more point that I would like to share is that before we go for the tea break, after the tea break we will be talking about A to Z of time management. The paper is with you. I will try to explain that paper. So we will talk about A to Z of techniques of time management in the second session, and then also we will have question answer session, a little bit of meditation if the time permits. But one thing is there. Some people think that time management means punctuality, coming in time. That is what they say. To a certain is true, but time management is not only keeping the time. Time management is not only punctuality. Punctuality is very important for success. Punctuality is very important, but it is a part of time management. As I told you, even if you are punctual or whatever it is, there are so many other types of techniques that you must know, and you must also know the goal of life, the priorities of life. Basically, as I told you, it is nothing but setting up the priorities of life, analyzing and all that. So punctuality is not time management, but punctuality is important for time management, and we have to learn certain things. And of course, punctuality is very good. We are having blind imitation of Western materialistic culture. Swami Vivekananda said, what we want is Western science coupled with Vedanta. He also said we must take good things from the Western countries. What we want is East and West combined. The best of East and the best of West will give you the best of everything. So he was not very orthodox that we do not go to the Western countries, do not take. He went at the time when it was considered a sin to cross the ocean. That time, against the wish of others, against the wishes of all the Hindu leaders, he went, crossed the ocean and participated in the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago in 1893. Message of harmony of religions, but we did not take the message of harmony of religions. So what happened? Exactly after 108 years, there was another 9/11. The plane, the World Tower was crossed. Why? Because the people who were sitting there in the plane, who were driving the plane into the buildings, they were thinking that they were doing a great job. They were doing the Lord's work. But actually this is fanaticism. Swamiji said, fanaticism, bigotry and sectarianism. This has been the cause of bloodshed for many years in the past. And he told on 11th September 1893, and I fervently pray that the bell that tolled this morning in the honor of this convention may be the death of all sorts of fanaticism, of all sorts of dogmatism, of all sorts of sectarianism, and of all sorts of persecutions, whether with the sword or whether with the pen, in the name of religion. But that did not happen. We did not listen to the message properly. 9/11. And so we are now going to have another 9/11. This year, 11th September 1893, same Art Institute where Swami Vivekananda gave his speech, we are going to have a program. The government of India is coming forward to have a program in consultation with the Art Institute, where we will again talk about the harmony of religions and the message of Swami Vivekananda, because this is the 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. But whatever it is, what I was talking about is that Swami Vivekananda always favored the best of the East and the West. He went to the Western countries. He said, I have a message to the West as Buddha had a message to the East. He said, what is India to me? I love India, but the whole world belongs to me. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And that is why he internally felt, inside his heart of the hearts, he felt that really all the people sitting were his brothers and sisters. It is one family, and that is why he started his speech. Rather than ladies and gentlemen, he started, dear sisters and brothers of America. And that touched the hearts of Americans so much. 7,000 people stood up and clapped and clapped and clapped for more than 2 minutes. First of all, Swamiji was afraid, what has happened? But then he later on discovered, no, he was being appreciated. But it had come from his heart, and that touched the heart of the Americans. He really felt, they are all my brothers and sisters. And that is why it touched the hearts of the Americans. Nobody talked to them like this. And then he gave with so much of love his message. Ye, the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. Vedanta does not recognize sin, it recognizes error. And the greatest error you are making when you call yourself a sinner, or when you call yourself a sinner, ye, the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings, ye divinities are not sinners, it is a sin to call a man so. It is standing liable on human nature, come up, O lions, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep, your souls immortal, spirits free, blessed eternal, you are not matter, you are not bodies, matter is servant, not ye the servant of matter. And Americans got so much of peace of mind that Swamiji had to stay there for 3.5 years for preaching the message of this, for giving the nectar of Vedanta, the message of Vedanta, the message of India's spiritual wisdom. And then he stayed for there, and what time management he did. Sometimes he had to do 10 or 12 lectures per week, and he has to move here and there. But inside that also, he was maintaining his dignity, maintaining his sanctity, maintaining his tranquility. Whenever he used to go by tram, sometimes the conductor would say, where do you want to go? I wanted to go that, oh, that station has gone, but he was meditating there. So last station has come, now again go back. Even during those moments of great panicky, he was maintaining tranquility. That is the secret of time management. That time management is of no use which gives you stress. That time management is no use which gives you blood pressure. That time management is of no use which gives you bypass surgery. We want to manage the time in such a manner, maintaining our tranquility, maintaining our meditative mood, maintaining our dignity, maintaining our health. That is proper time management. That is what shown by Swamiji. And so what I was talking about punctuality, he also may say punctuality is very important. But sometimes, you know, when he was going to take the train, and all the disciples, American disciples, you know, they are very much this punctual. Swamiji, you must hurry up, you must hurry up. But Swamiji is walking like a lion, gradually, slowly. Yes, Swamiji, Swami, we will miss the train. And Swamiji smiles and, is there no next train? Now they were bewildered. Is there no next train? But that is for Swami Vivekananda. We don't should follow that. So, but the thing is that the secret of time management is not only punctuality not at the cost of the health, but punctuality we must take. So Swamiji said we must take the best of the West. For example, blind imitation of Western materialistic culture he was against. But he said we must take good things of the West, but that we are not taking. You know, our 11th president of the Ramakrishna mission was Swami Gambhiranandji. You know, before joining the order, he was in military. He maintained his military attitude. He was very punctual to the minute. It was very difficult for us to work with him. And I had the pleasure and privilege to work with him, to be associated with him when he was in Ranchi. When I was in Ranchi, we used to go out walking every day. 5:30 a.m. after his meditation, he will go for a walk, and I used to accompany him. One day I discovered that it was 5:35. I said, I will catch hold of him today. Swamiji, your time management has failed. Today is 5:35. Later I discovered my clock was wrong. His clock was perfect. This is All India Radio time. All India Radio standard time. See, he told me. And my house best become like, he had conquered, he had won every minute. But before that, this is after my joining and I was in Ranchi, but when I became, first of all I became monk in 76 when I joined Belumat. So somehow or the other I was a fool. At that time I did not know. He was the general secretary. Later on he became the 11th president. He was at that time general secretary. I took upon myself the task of reading out the book to him because his eyes were not proper. So I said, Swamiji, I want to undertake that duty of reading out the books. I thought I will have holy association with him. I had just joined recently, so I was very bold. I did not know the general secretary and I am just a pre-professional. At that time this did not strike me. Then he was very serious, but he was very loving. He said, okay, you come at 1:45 every day, noon, 1:45, you come, and then 15 minutes of reading. This was his routine was very much fixed. 4 a.m. get up. Up to 5:30 meditation, reading, all that. 5:30 will go for walking. It will not be 5:31. Everything. 6:45 will take breakfast. It should not be 6:46. Everything. All his servants, these people have to be very, very alert. Every minute You will go to the office this time, this, everything. So after, because night we take less sleep, we take a nap in the afternoon. And he will take a nap of half an hour, then again he is on the job. Now 1:45, for 2 days I went, I used to sit down, I read out, and then he will listen. Now third day what had happened, I had recently joined, Bengal climate did not suit me, and there was no fan at that time. Now the fans have come, no fan, and such sultry climate, so much perspiring, and nights also did not have sleep, morning also no, nights also no sleep, and whole day we have to work. So that day noon, after lunch, I got a little nap. And when I got up, I saw it is already 1:45. My God, 1:45 I have to be in his chamber. Immediately washed my face and ran. By the time I reached his office, it was 1:50. Every day it used to happen, 1:45, I'll be sitting on the bench outside, 1:45 his door will open, exactly. I will enter, sit down. Now that day I saw the door is open already. And I became, what will happen? And then I sat down. He told me to sit down. This side he is there, so I am sitting down, and I have to read out, the book is in my hand. He did not utter a single word. Only one thing what he did was, there was a clock, small clock. He just turned the clock like this. My God, you can understand how much, he did not say a single word. He just turned the clock towards me to tell me you are 5 minutes late. That was a great lesson. Punctuality is so much important. Time is so much important. That was a great lesson. I will talk about the 13th president of Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Ranganathananji. His books and CDs are available. You might have heard his name. He was an internationally famous person. Now he had some friends in Japan. So his friends from Japan came. He said, Swamiji, it's a very, very wonderful thing. You see, we produce so many watches and clocks in our country, but we have only one watch per family, and rest of that we export to get foreign exchange. Here in India, you say you are a poor country, but everybody wearing a watch. Even a rickshaw wala, cycle rickshaw wala is wearing a watch. But if you ask, what is the time? बाबूजी देख लीजिए. उसको time देखना भी नहीं आता. बाबूजी आप देख लीजिए. He doesn't know how to look at the time, but he has got a watch. It is an ornament. And so he said, it's very strange. In our country, we are having one watch per family. You are a poor country. Everybody wearing a watch, even including a rickshaw wala. And the greatest tragedy is that everybody wearing a watch, nobody keeping time. Everybody wearing a watch, and nobody keeping time in India. We have, Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time is minimum half an hour late. Indian Standard Time. Of course, when I was in Porbandar, I did not know that Porbandar is not in India. Porbandar has got its own standard time, Porbandar Standard Time. When I went there, Ramakrishna Mission, we tried to make each and every second, every minute. 8:30 a.m. the program will start, means it will start 8:30, not 8:31. And then it has to finish at 9:30 or 10, it will finish. Evening 6 o'clock means 6 o'clock, and it will end at 8 o'clock. Now, some people came at 8:30 and said, program था ना, कहाँ हो गया? बंद हो गया. Program हो गया, खत्म हो गया, सब चले भी गए. When I was invited for some program in the beginning, for me, I feel it's 6 o'clock, so I reach at 5:45 so that I am not late. I find it is closed. At 6:15, 6:30, the peon came to open the gate. बोले वो 6 o'clock प्रोग्राम था ना, हाँ वो अभी तो बाबू साहब आए नहीं है, ऑर्गेनाइजर्स आए नहीं, उसके पहले मैं पहुंच गया. फिर मैं समझ गया पोरबंदर स्टेट टाइम कुछ और है, इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम से भी आगे है. So anyway, whatever it is, Indian Standard Time, half an hour late. This is our, so everybody wearing a watch, nobody keeping time. But from Western countries we have to learn. I will give you only 2 examples. In 2004, I was invited by the Coventry University to give the presentation. It was a second international conference on disaster management. As you know, Ramakrishna Mission was started by Swami Vivekananda in order to worship the human beings in the spirit of worship. Service to the human beings in the spirit of worship. Shiva Jnane Jiva Seva. So, basically for implementing the message of Sri Ramakrishna of Shiva Jnana Jiva Seva, worshipping the divine in human beings, Swami Vivekananda started Ramakrishna Mission. So we have got 14 indoor hospitals, 90 outdoor dispensaries, 6,000 education institutions with 6 lakh students and 1 crore patients getting benefited every year, and big rural and tribal development projects, and most important disaster management. Anywhere, any disaster, first day our relief work starts. Now our Uttaranchal relief work is already going on, for which we are taking the donations. So anytime any disaster, we do the relief. And you know, 26 January 2001, there was earthquake. So within 5 minutes we started our relief work, and we told all our, and you know our main thing is job is begging. So we begged money. We collected 20 crores of rupees. With that we constructed, first of all we did primary relief work, and then we constructed 81 school buildings and 6 colonies. But these 81 school buildings we had to do on an emergency scale, because the earthquake was in January and the June month the schools were opening. So they wanted, so within, and our rehabilitation was started in March. Within 2 or 3 months we started giving the schools to the government, and they were very much surprised. But we went for prefabrication technology, so that is why we could do it. But whatever it is, the second international conference disaster management, they wanted to know how could we finish the job so quickly. So I went there for presentation, because I had constructed 37 school building in Porbandar district alone out of the 81 school buildings. So I went there for presentation. So when I went there, I thought of visiting our other centers in UK, Germany, France, Switzerland, others. So after Covent University, I went to Birmingham, where we have our official center. From Coventry I went there. Now in London there is some Vivekananda center that is operating. It's not to Ramakrishna Mission, but some people are doing very good job. So they said, Swamiji, when you come, we are working among the youth, why not you give a lecture to our youth? I said, okay, I agreed. So the time was 6:30, and I knew that these people are very, very punctual. So I should not cut a sorry figure. Already they have got a very low opinion about Indians. I said I should not at least give them a chance to say that we are late. So I told the person who was driving me that let us start, it is only 2 hours. So if we start 4:30, we can reach 6:30. I said let us start 2 hours earlier. So we started 3 o'clock, 1.5 hours earlier. And it was very good decision on my part, because you know, you cannot depend on English weather. Of course, there is a proverb which I will not tell you, which you know. You cannot depend on 2 things in UK. One is the English weather, second I will not say. But anyway, so English weather, any time there will be rain, any time there will be storm. And this is what happened. There was a big storm and heavy rain, and so we could not see our way, and we had to stop afterwards. And that time GPS was not there. I am talking about 2004. Now GPS have come, so no problem. So we have to ask the way, and finally we reach at 6 o'clock, right in time. But after going there, I find the whole hall is empty. So I took it for granted. In India, what happens if such a big storm, the program is cancelled. So I was very happy. And so when I was told by the organizers, will you have a cup of tea? Yes, yes, very welcome tea. Such rain is coming, and I will have a hot cup of tea. Very nice. When I was taking the tea, the organizer said, Swamiji, you will have to be very quick because we are getting late for the function. Huh? I had thought, why? The function is not cancelled? He said, who told you that? Because I said, 15 minutes back, I said the hall is empty. You come, the whole hall is full. My God, within 5 minutes, whole hall is full. People, in spite of the storm, they have come. There is a big stand. They have put their umbrellas, their raincoats there, and all sitting in the hall. Exactly 6:30, the program started. 7:30, I was told by the organizers, you must finish 1 hour talk, because the people have to go to some other place, otherwise they will lose the road. Ready? चलो आते हैं. अदरवाइज हाँ कहाँ कैंटीन में, कैंटीन में जाएंगे तो ओके, कैंटीन में आएंगे चाय पीने के लिए. बहुत अभी चाय की ही बात हो रही थी. हाँ यस, वेरी वेलकम टीचर. देखो चाय का कैसा नाम लेते चाय का संदेश आ गया. उस समय मैं चाह रहा था. एनीवे, देन आई सॉ द हॉल इज फुल and 7 o'clock, 7:30 they said, Swamiji, you must stop at 7:25 because 5 minutes will be taken by vote of thanks. 7:30 they have to go for some other appointment. So we have to learn these things from them. They are very to the minute. I'll give just one example and finish. When I went, that time after UK I went to Switzerland. After France, Germany, Switzerland. Now Switzerland, you know, I told you Swamiji got his inspiration after seeing the Alps, mountain, snow rangelets. So there is a place called Safe, beautiful place. In the Safe, in wilderness, there is a beautiful temple of Saint Mary, beautiful. And Swamiji was so much impressed by Saint Mary's temple that he meditated there. I had heard about it, so I said I must go and visit that Saint Mary's temple. Now it is a little in the wilderness. After I visited the temple, I was so much enamored. I sat down for meditation for 15 minutes. 20 minutes. Suddenly I found that the bus is going to start at 3:45. Already it is 3:30, and then I have to go down quickly because it is in the marketplace. Bus will not come to the mountain. So I ran down to the marketplace from where I will get the bus. Exactly 3:45 I reached there, and I waited the bus stand for 5-10 minutes. The bus is not coming. My God, I thought Switzerland, the western countries, they believe in time. Here also buses are late like India. Then I asked somebody, why the bus is late? He said, what? Bus already came and left. Huh? Exactly 3:35 it came. For 1 minute only it stops. 3:36 went. My watch was late by 2 minutes only. 2 minutes cost me so much. From that time I keep my watch 2 minutes ahead. Keep the ahead time 2 minutes ahead. 2 minutes is very important because we are calculating always, oh there is so much of time. I was late by 1 minute, I missed the bus. So that is why we must be punctual. But ultimate analysis, punctuality has to be maintained, is very important. We have to learn this from the western countries. But punctuality is only one part of time management. There are various other techniques of time management which we will discuss after the tea. Let us have a cup of tea. Thank you. We have met earlier? We have met earlier or not? Not. Eh?
सर आप थोड़ा हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं तो इसको ज़्यादा.
हिंदी में? हाँ जरूर.
हर एक बात हम समझ नहीं सकते पूरा.
But I thought मेरे को इंग्लिश में बोलने को बोला. मैं तो हिंदी में बढ़िया बोल सकता हूँ, पर मेरे को इंग्लिश में बोलने का बोला.
50% people also in Hindi.
Oh. What I will do is that, what I will do is that, I will finish my talk quickly in English, and then we will have question answer in Hindi. That will be better.
हिंदी में बोल सकते हो तो.
I will repeat this in Hindi, but first of all let me finish in English. For those who are in English, it's okay. I will finish in English, then I will start in Hindi. Okay? I will repeat the same thing.
Thank you.
Huh? Very good. All of you got this paper? A to Z of time management. Please take out the paper. So, નથી આવ્યું? કમો મારી પાસે છે એક કોપી છે. અલ્યો. In the first session, we have seen that time management is not only managing the 24 hours a day, but it is the time management of the whole lifetime, if not other lives to come. And we have to have the goal of life fixed, so that at the end of the day we don't have any regrets that we did not utilize the time available with us during the whole life. Similarly, I told you about time deposit. 86,400 seconds are deposited in everybody's account in the morning. At the end of the day, we should analyze ourselves, how much time we have utilized properly and how much we have wasted. So we come to the techniques of time management, of utilizing every second of the 86,400 seconds. And the first technique is analyze. And this is the most important technique, as I told you. This is gist of time management. Analyzing the priorities of our life, analyze the importance of the activities that we want to give, we want to finish within the limited time. That is the secret or the crux of the whole of time management. First of all, analyze how much time we are wasting, how much time we are utilizing. Second, setting up the priorities of life. What is the goal of our life? What is the ultimate goal? Then what is the long-term goal? What is the short-term goal? And depending on that, we have to plan our activities. So analyzing is very important. How much time we have wasted, how to utilize the time properly, what are the items which requires more of our attention, which are more important, which are more urgent. This is what we will have to find out. So if you analyze properly, you will find out there are 4 types of activities we are doing. 4 types of activities. First priority should be given to the first type of activity. What is that first type? Their first type is the activities which are important, at the same time urgent. Second type is the activities are important but not so urgent. Third type of activity, not important but urgent. Fourth type of activity, neither urgent nor important. Unless until you analyze like this, you will not be able to utilize your time fully. So number 1 is, so it is like this. I will make a chart. So this is first, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I am not good at writing on the board. After a long time I am writing. So I always prefer that the information goes directly from one laptop to another laptop through Bluetooth rather than going to the blackboard. So this is the one, the items which are urgent and important. Second item is important and not urgent. This is urgent, sorry, this is not urgent. Not urgent. So item important, urgent, important, not urgent. Then urgent but this is not important. So this is not important but urgent, not important, not urgent. Okay? These are the 4 types of activities. So our aim should be to go first of all, supposing we have limited time, first go for items which are important, urgent. Second priority should be items which are important, maybe not urgent. Third priority, it is urgent though not important. And fourth, neither urgent nor important. That is the fourth. If you have time left, of course you should go for these activities. Now, what are the items which are important and urgent? That you will find out for yourself. If there is a call from the boss, you must go. Otherwise, you will lose the job. If some crisis is developed, कहीं आग लग गई, if there is a fire, that is urgent and important. Then there is some important meeting, some deadlines, some pressing issues. You will find out the urgent, important items for yourself, analyze them. First you try to do that when you start the day, and try to do these items early in the morning. Before the people start interfering, before the telephone calls start interfering, do most important, most urgent items in the morning itself. You have finished your viva and you have finished your thesis and whatever writing and everything in the morning itself. So at the end of the day you don't have to regret, अरे असली item तो रह गई, बाकी सब हो गया. So you should not have any regrets. After you have finished the urgent and important item, now you go for the important items, may not be urgent, but you must do it. What are those? For example, planning, preparation, prevention, relationship building. There are so many items. One item I will say that you must do as the second priority is sharpening the saw. You must have read the book of Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The 7th habit is very important. What is the 7th habit? Sharpening the saw. There was a woodcutter. He was cutting the trees, and passerby saw that the man is perspiring, very much tired, and the axe with which he is cutting has also lost its, the saw has also lost its sharpness. So he was a nice man. He gave him a very friendly advice. My dear friend, you have been perspiring. I can see you are so much tired, and the axe has also lost its sharp edge. So I will give you a piece of advice. Why don't you take a little rest? Take a little rest, freshen up yourself, sharpen the saw, and then you start cutting the woods. Then do you know what that person replied, woodcutter? He gave the same reply what we normally give. He gave reply, what is that? हाँ, जो बताया वो तो बहुत अच्छा किया, मैं भी बहुत थक गया हूँ, परंतु क्या करूँ, टाइम कहाँ है? इतना सारा पेड़ काटने का है, टाइम कहाँ है? What you are telling is true. I also feel like taking rest, but you know so many trees have to be cut. Where is the time to take rest? Where is the time to sharpen the saw? My dear friend, if you sharpen the saw, you will be able to cut more trees. This simple equation we do not know. When you are told, when I tell the youngsters, please read the books of Swami every day 5 minutes. I also want to, but where is the time? The trump card they bring out. Where is the time? You fool, if you start reading the book for 5 minutes, any inspiring book, whether Vivekananda by anybody, but if you read inspiring books, you will get positive thinking, your depression will be over, you will be getting new energy. With that mental energy, you will be able to do 10 times more job. By sharpening the saw, you will be able to cut more trees in less time. Sharpen the saw. We must give some time for sharpening the saw. We must have meditation, prayer, and inspiring reading books. We may be very busy 24 hours, and even if you work 24 hours, work will always be left behind, because already you are doing not important, not urgent work so much, there is no time left for important work, though it may not be urgent, but it is important. It is not necessary that you do it today, necessary that you should urgently, but it is necessary. So, second priority, important, not urgent. Third priority, not important job, but urgently. For example, some interruption has come, some email has come, you must reply, though it is not important, from not that important, but it is urgent, so you give the reply and shake off, otherwise 10 more calls will come and interrupt you. You better finish it off. It will help you in time management. Fourth is neither urgent nor important. What is that? You know very well. Neither important nor urgent. Chatting with the friends over phone or internet cheating, chatting going together. You know they both to go together. I give you real example. Real example, one girl, she was doing internet chatting and then naturally it then resulted in so-called love. And then it was arranged that she should get married to him. She has never seen him, chatting only. And so later on it was arranged. Then now the boy must be seen by the parents, otherwise the parents will not allow the girl. So the boy came to Ahmedabad and the parents, they were not happy, but okay, if you do not want to listen to us, okay, you get married. Now it is the turn, the parents must see the girl. So the girl says, you bring the parents or I go there. Wait, wait, wait. Now she was getting impatient. So one day she telephoned. From the other end, a female voice came. Who are you? Who are you? I am the wife of that person whom you want to talk. Huh? Already he has a wife. Then she discovered, yes, already he has married 6 months back. Then she told him, you did not tell you got married. I wanted to tell, but I thought your heart will break, so I could not say. My God, heart is already broken. And 6 months, and he is going on. For last 6 months he is cheating. Yes, 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 I will come, my parents will come, don't worry. He is already going on with those things. So internet cheating, chatting going together. So time wasters, gossiping and excess TV, phone calls, so many other things. So you find out for yourself. So this analyzing is the most important item. Now we come to second, bite as much as you can chew. Bite as much as you can chew. Some people want to ride 2 horses at a time. But some people, they want to ride 10 horses at a time and they fall down and they get injured and they weep. What happened? Why did you ride 10 horses? Ride 1 horse at a time. Do one thing at a time. I don't mind doing 10 times, but do one thing at a time. Particularly the modern youth, they are so ambitious, they want to do so many things at the same time. What are you doing? I am appearing for the entrance examination. For what? For engineering, this and that, and IIT and other. Next day, again, what are you doing? After a few days, what are you appearing? I am appearing for entrance for medical. Are you were appearing for this one? No, I want to appear for all. कौन सा लग जाए कुछ ठीक नहीं है. Papa says you become engineer, mommy says you become doctor, so I am appearing for both. Then you come in the evening, I will give you a nice book. No time for reading. Why in the evening what I do? I am doing dancing class. My maternal uncle has told you must do dancing, you have got good talent. Okay, then you come at night. No, night I have got another class, French learning. But French, why do you want to learn? Do you want to go to France? Kabhi kaam aayega. Take up so many jobs and then how to manage time, then weeping and failing in all. I don't mind you are learning a French, first you finish your entrance, engineering में नहीं होगा medical, तो दूसरे engineering में होगा, but why do you want to go to medical? You first of all find out for yourself which one you want and why do you want to waste your energy in entering for and joining neither of them. सबसे बड़ा मजा ये है कि appearing सब में हो गया, सब में पास भी होने के बाद एक भी ज्वाइन नहीं किया, दूसरा ही ज्वाइन कर लिया जिसमें नहीं appear किया. So that means we do not know what do we want to do. इसने कहा अच्छा ये करो, उसने कहा ये करो, इसने कहा वो करो, अब बाद में क्या हुआ? गधा गया पानी में. You know the story? स्टोरी है, मालूम है कि नहीं? हाँ, बाप और बेटा. बाप और बेटा गधा लेके जा रहे थे, गधे को लेकर के बाजार में गए वहां पर, और सब लोग हंसने लग गए। बोले क्या तुम जानते नहीं हो गधे पर चढ़ना चाहिए, गधे को ले जा रहे हो ऐसा करके। तो बाप ने चढ़ा। थोड़ी देर बाद बोले बाप कैसा है, बेचारा लड़का पैदल चल रहा है और बाप गधे पर बैठा है, ये गधा है ना बाप है। तो फिर बाद में वो बाप उतरा, अरे भाई ये चल तुम चढ़ो। लड़के को बैठाया। सब लोगों ने थोड़ी देर बाद कहा अरे बेटा है ना, गधा है, बाप बेचारा चल रहा है बूढ़ा, तू बैठा है, अब क्या करें। तो अब दोनों चढ़े तो बोले अरे ये बेचारे गधे की ऐसी हालत कर दी, तुम लोगों ने थोड़ा तो दया रखो। तब तक में तो गधा इतना थक गया था कि वो बैठ गया। अब क्या करे, अब दोनों उठाया गधा अपने कंधे पर और ब्रिज क्रॉस कर रहे थे, उतनी देर में गधा इतना डर गया कि कूदा और सीधा पानी में। ये है हमारी हालत, गधा गया पानी में। दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस when we listen to so many people. You must have something. You bite as much you can chew. जितना तुमसे होता है करो, 24 घंटे से ज्यादा तो मिलने वाला नहीं है, उसी में तुमको करना है। अरे मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं तुम डांसिंग क्लास मत करो, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं तुम्हारे हॉबी मत रखो, यू कीप समथिंग हॉबी सम टाइम, but you want to learn guitar also, you want to go for Kathak also, you want to go for this also, then you want to have this also, and that also today only. आज ही रातों रात, एक रात में हमको करोड़पति बनना है। इंस्टेंट सक्सेस चाहिए, नहीं तो इंस्टेंट डेथ, बस एवरीथिंग इंस्टेंट। इंस्टेंट कॉफी, इंस्टेंट समाधि, इंस्टेंट सक्सेस, नहीं तो इंस्टेंट डेथ, और आत्महत्या कर लो, सुसाइड। नाउ दिस इज द ट्रेजेडी ऑफ द यंग पीपल. So why this is happening? Because over ambitious. We must be ambitious, we must have dream, but fulfill one dream, then second dream, third dream. You have got 1000 dreams. How can you fulfill one at a time? Have one dream, fulfill it, second dream. You must, your eyes towards the sky, but your feet should be grounded on earth. Otherwise you will go. So bite as much as you can chew. You feel like chewing everything, but control yourself. Chew as much, bite as much as you can chew. Don't bite all at a time, and then you are not able to chew, and you are not able to manage anything, and then no time management expert can tell you, because if you are chewing, if you are biting so much, you cannot chew. आपको 2 दिन 24 घंटे वाला 48 घंटा भी देने से आपको कम पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आप बोला और दूसरा 4 कोर्स कर लेंगे आप, प्रॉब्लम तो वही रहने वाला है, सेम प्रॉब्लम विल रिमेन. सो बाइट एज मच यू कैन chew, and you have to do analysis as to what you want actually really in life, as I told you, and then you do. I don't mind, you may have many things, many items on agenda, but do one thing at a time. Again go to next, again go to next. एक साथ गधे पर ज्यादा बाप बेटे को दोनों को मत बैठाओ, और लोग क्या कहते हैं उस पर क्या मत करो. पापा ने कहा ये, मम्मी ने कहा ये है, आंटी ने कहा ये, अंकल ने कहा वो, सबका बात सुनोगे तो कुछ कहीं नहीं होगा. यू लिसन, सब सुनो, सबकी करो मन की. यू लिसन टू एवरीबडी, एनालाइज योरसेल्फ एंड ट्राई टू डू व्हाट इज राइट विदाउट बॉदरिंग अबाउट हाउ पीपल क्रिटिसाइज यू. और लोगों के क्रिटिसिज्म के ऊपर ध्यान दोगे, यू विल नॉट गेट सक्सेस. इसीलिए कबीर ने कहा, हाथी चले बाजार में, कुत्ता भौंके हजार, साधुन को दुर्भाव नहीं, निंदे चाहे संसार. When the elephant goes, dogs bark, but the elephant does not even look at them. So when somebody criticizes, first of all you must understand you are following the truth, you are following the right path. If you are following the right path by analyzing, yes, I am on the right path, and if people criticize you, don't look at them. Dogs are barking, but don't tell them that you are dogs, otherwise there will be a problem. Inside your mind you should feel dogs are barking, I am an elephant, I will not look at them. So don't mind criticism, you take whatever advice, analyze, and then try to follow the advice, and if they are criticizing unnecessarily, don't give any importance to that. Otherwise you will be landing up in so many activities simultaneously, and you will not be able to handle all the 10 horses at a time, and you will fall down. Now the next is combine the activities. C, combine the activities. This is very important task. Already you are doing to a certain extent, but you consciously try to do. For example, you are going in a car. You put down a CD of music, enjoy music, at the same time you are driving. After all, when you are driving, or even if when you are going by car, you cannot do anything. Of course, many people do. Most of my work is done in travel only. I have my office with me, and so that time only I finish my office work, I might do my reading and all that during traveling. So supposing if you are traveling, along with traveling you can do reading, you can do listening to music, you can attend to SMS, you can do SMS, you can attend to calls, internet, chatting with your laptop. So many things you can do while you are traveling. This I am giving an example. Supposing if you are cooking, now you don't have to go into the fire and cook. Fire is doing the cooking. You put the pressure cooker. What you will do? You are not going to do pressure cook. Pressure cooker will itself do the same thing. So by that time you roll the chapatis. By the time the other things are boiled, your rolled chapatis were, then you bake them. So you have saved your time. Likewise, there are so many activities you see for yourself which can be combined. But don't combine meditation with driving. Otherwise, you will end up in a hospital. So there are certain activities which should not be combined. If you are driving and you start meditating with closed eyes, your eyes will remain closed forever. And others' eyes will remain closed forever. सामने वाला जिसके टक्कर होगा वो भी जाएगा. So you try to find out what are the activities which can be combined. But combining the activities is very, very important. D, delegate. Delegation is very important. So you see, we want to do so many things at a time. What are the alternatives? Either we reduce our activities. Second item is delegate your responsibilities. Delegate your work. But normally we don't want to delegate. Particularly those who are perfectionists, they don't want to delegate because they think they are the most perfect people. Nobody else will do the same job with so much perfection, and so waiting for so everything they want to do themselves, and ultimately they cannot manage so many activities within 24 hours, and they feel a lot of tension and they are not able to do. So what we should do at that time, we should try to delegate. If your activities are more, you should try to delegate. If you delegate, then your load will be reduced. But some people don't want to delegate because they are perfectionists, because they are too efficient, and they are thinking that other people are not so efficient, and so they do not delegate. There are second type of people who do not delegate because they are not efficient themselves. So they feel if this fellow will do more work efficiently, he will take my job. So they feel they are competitors, and if my subordinate will do the job nicely, I will lose my job. He will be my competitor. So they purposely do not delegate. And the Peters principle comes. What is the Peters principle of management? That is, a boss who is inefficient, who is incompetent, will always like to have two incompetent subordinates. Why two? He wants incompetent subordinate. Why? Because if he is a competent subordinate, there is a danger of competition. Someday he will take up his job. So he wants an incompetent boss, wants an incompetent subordinate. But he does not want one, he wants two, so that both will fight among themselves and his position will remain safe. And these two incompetent subordinates again require two more subordinates each. So likewise the whole organization becomes full of incompetent people. It starts from the top. So that is why this incompetent boss will never like to delegate. But if you are competent, you should not be shaky in delegating the responsibility. But there are three things you must know before you delegate. Number one, whom to delegate. Number two, when to delegate. Number three, how to delegate. Otherwise, it will not work. Number one, whom to delegate. You must give responsibility to those who are efficient. Those not only efficient, remember, second thing is whether they are loyal to you. If they are not loyal, they will go out of the way and they will create problems for you. So these two things must be seen. whom to delegate? The people who are loyal to you. Second, more important, less important but equally important, are they sincere and efficient? That is second. If these two things are there, you delegate. But when to delegate? That is when you are having too much of work and we are not able to handle yourself, then you delegate. How to delegate? When you delegate some certain responsibility, you must delegate authority. Delegation of responsibility without authority is of no use. You want to have power for yourself and you want somebody else to do the work. That will not work. You have to share your responsibilities. At the same time, you have to share your authority also. You have to share your power also. You have to give him some power. You have to empower him with the proper type of authority. Not only that, if you find the person is not equally competent, you have to train him, give proper training, and then you give delegation. Then it will work, and you will find you are able to do 10 times more work with the same time available because 10 people are there to share your work. So delegation is very important. E, eliminate. न रहेगा बांस, न बजेगी बांसुरी. You are trying to save time by efficiently doing the activity which is not necessary. So why should you take 10 minutes? You say, I have done the work in 10 minutes instead of 20 minutes. But that activity was not needed. So even 10 minutes is a waste. I will give an example. There was a monastery. The monk of the head monk was very compassionate. So there was a cat which used to remain in the ashrama. So the head monk made a rule that as soon as the bell rings for food, first of all some food should be given to the cat and then only all will take the food. Now he made a rule and every day religiously some or the other monk will take the food and there was a spot where they will keep the food and then they will start eating after the bell. Now it so happened that the cat died. It so happened that the head monk also died. But even and today, religiously, those monks are putting that food there in that spot. Now, do you think it is necessary? So what you should do? Eliminate that activity, isn't it? So find out, and we are doing the same thing. You are thinking, oh, they are foolish people, the cat has died, the man has died, and yet they are following the same rule. We are doing the same thing. If you analyze, you will find we are doing certain activities which are absolutely not needed. हाँ, हिंदी में वो जो एक आश्रम का मठ के अध्यक्ष थे, उन्होंने एक नियम बनाया था कि वो जो बिल्ली आश्रम में रहती है उसको रोज खाना देना. तो रोज घंटी बजती थी, तो जैसी घंटी बजती थी पहले बिल्ली के लिए खाना रख देते थे, एक जगह थी वहां पर खाना रखते थे, फिर बाद में सब लोग खाते थे. अब वो आश्रम के अध्यक्ष स्वामी जी तो मर गए, गुजर गए, बिल्ली भी मर गई, पर आज तक वो लोग साधु लोग घंटी बजती है, घंटी बजने के बाद खाना लेते हैं, उस जगह पर खाना रखते हैं और फिर खाने बैठते हैं. बिल्ली भी नहीं है और कुछ नहीं है. तो इज इट नेसेसरी? क्या जरूरी है? इसको दूर कर दो तो तुम्हारा उतना टाइम बच जाएगा, है कि नहीं? खाना उतना, बिल्ली के लिए खाना बनाना, बिल्ली का खाना वहां पर देना अलग जगह से, ये सब जरूरी नहीं था. पर हम लोग का हैबिट ही ऐसा है कि एक ढर्रे में आ गए, बस चला तो चला. हम लोग सोचते नहीं कि ये एक्टिविटी पहले जरूर थी, अभी उसका जरूरत नहीं है. बिल्ली तो मर गई, अभी काय को खाना देते हो? सिमिलरली बहुत सारी एक्टिविटी हम लोग करते. सो मेनी एक्टिविटीज आर देयर. इफ यू एनालाइज, यू विल फाइंड आउट these activities are no longer needed. They were needed yesterday, but they are not longer needed, no longer needed, and yet we are doing the same activity. Find out for yourself and eliminate those activities. Immediately will get so much of time available for you. Then next is goodbye to gossiping. Oh, focus. Focus is very important. You must focus. Go outside. Take a piece of paper, put it under the sun. What happens? Nothing happens. Put a convex lens over the paper, what happens? Paper gets. Why? Because the rays are focused. So when the sun rays are focused, the paper burns, which got tremendous power. Similarly, when our mind is focused, we can do more work in a short time. Arjuna was asked the question, what are you seeing? What did he reply? I am seeing the eye of the parrot, not even the parrot. But what happens with us? We are seeing eyes of the parrot, we are seeing the parrot, we are also seeing the tree, and what we see, we are seeing what is beyond tree also. And that is why we are not successful. So, Ralph Waldo Emerson, a great American thinker, says the secret of success in trade, in war, in every management of human affairs is the concentration of mind. जीवन के प्रत्येक क्षेत्र में सफलता का रहस्य मन की एकाग्रता, फोकसिंग करना, कंसंट्रेशन करना, दैट इज द सीक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेस. इसीलिए स्वामी विवेकानंद ने कहा, दैट इज व्हाई स्वामी विवेकानंद सेड, इफ आई हैव टू डू एजुकेशन और अगेन, आई विल नॉट अंडरगो द प्रेजेंट सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लर्न हाउ टू कंट्रोल माई माइंड, हाउ टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट माई माइंड, देन I can do 10 hours work in 1 hour. I can do anything. Information I can have at my own will. Information is not a big deal. Now at that time Swamiji said, education is not the amount of information that goes into your brain and runs undigested all your life. Then what is education? Education is being and becoming. And more so important nowadays for us, because even now information available in the Google search, go and click and the whole information you get. So education is not only information, then what it is? It is controlling the mind, the ability to control the mind, the ability to concentrate the mind. And Swamiji said, if I have to do education or again, I will not undergo the present system of education. First I will learn how to control my mind, how to concentrate my mind, how to focus my mind, and then information I can have at my own will. You see, such a power, tremendous power of concentration he had, Swamiji had, yet he wanted more. I will give you one example. You know, in Belur, that is our headquarters. Belur is our headquarters near Calcutta by the side of the Ganges. If you go there, you must visit the main temple of Ramakrishna, then other temples are there, then Swami Vivekananda temple where Swamiji's body was cremated, and behind the main temple you will find two-storied building. On the first floor there is a room of Swami Vivekananda. That room has been preserved as it is, as it was the time of Swamiji, his table, his chair, his turban, his clothes, his musical instrument, everything as it is, Swamiji is still there. In the same room, Swamiji lived in Belur, and on 4 July 1902, he passed away in the same room at night, 9 o'clock, while meditating, he left his body. But before he died, a few months back, he was sitting in his room and he was reading a book. The name of the book is Encyclopedia Britannica. At that time, his disciple came. The name of the disciple, Sharat Chandra Chakravarti. He writes in his diary that when I went there, Swamiji was reading this book. And so many volumes are there, you know, Encyclopedia Britannica, big volumes, and they were all spread throughout the room. Then the disciple asked, why God, to read all these books it will take whole lifetime. Swamiji said, what do you say? I have already finished 10 volumes, only few days back they have arrived. Already I have finished 10 volumes and now I am reading the 11th volume. Huh? You have finished 10 volumes within few days? Impossible, I can't believe. Swamiji said, you don't believe? Okay. From these first 10 volumes, you ask any question you want to ask. And the disciple asked so many questions. And Swamiji replied all the questions and correct replies. Sometimes quoting the very language of the book. Then the disciple was very much astonished. Swamiji, this is a miracle. Swamiji said, this is not a miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. If your concentration of mind, 10 hour study can be done in 1 hour. 10 hour reading can be done in 1 hour. Sometimes the student asks me, sir, Swamiji, how is it possible? 10 hours study in 1 hour? I said, it's possible because at present we are doing 1 hour study in 10 hours. किताब हाथ में ले लिया, आँख कहाँ है? किताब में. मन कहाँ है? अच्छा, वो टीवी में देखा कल वो हीरो जा रहा था विलियन के पीछे उस रास्ते से, वो दूसरे रास्ते तो जल्दी पकड़ता. अरे तू किस रास्ते जा रहा था देख, अब कितना पेज हो गया. अरे मैं क्या कर रहा था, ये कहाँ से हीरो विलियन आ गया, है ना. और नहीं तो दिखा, किताब लिया ज्योग्राफी का, इंडियन का मैप नहीं दिख रहा, क्या दिख रहा है? विलियन खड़ा है बंदूक लेके. क्योंकि 4 घंटा वही देखा. At present, we are not focused, we are not having concentration, so we are doing 1 hour study in 10 hours. And when you get concentration, we will be able to finish 10 hour study in 1 hour. So focusing is very important. And when you, that is why I said, one boy said, I told him that you see 86,400 seconds, 24 घंटा है, उससे ज़्यादा 1 सेकंड नहीं मिलेगा, तुम कुछ भी कर लो. तब then he said, yes, very right, you are very right. You have to utilize every second. But I can give you more time. It is not possible, but I will give you. I will give you instead of 24 hours, I will give you 48 hours per day. But it is not possible, I will give you. Then they are very intelligent boy. They started thinking, you will increase my concentration power और 24 घंटे का 48 घंटा हो जाएगा. Yes, you got the right thing. You cannot get 1 second more in your bank account, but what you can do, you can finish 1 day's job, 2 days job in 1 day, so you got 1 full day. By increasing power of concentration. This is the way by which your bank account में 86,400 seconds will come. That is true. That you cannot get 1 more second. But the more you make better use of your seconds, you are getting more seconds. This is how you can increase your time. By improving your concentration, improving your focus, and focus on one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. पहले इंजीनियरिंग समाप्त कर लो, उसके बाद में एमबीए की तैयारी करो. नहीं, हम एमबीए की भी तैयारी कर रहे हैं, इंजीनियरिंग भी कर रहे हैं, साथ में डांसिंग भी कर रहे हैं, म्यूजिक भी कर रहे हैं, सब में फेल. पूरी बाल में क्या हुआ? अरे क्या हुआ? तो व्हाई डिड यू डू दैट? तुमको तो बोला था ना तुम जरूर करो, पर उसके बाद करो, एक साथ करना है. सो फोकस ऑन one thing at a time. Then next is gossiping to be said goodbye. इसमें तो कोई करने का नहीं है. नहीं, गॉसिप बहुत मजा आता है. You know, खास करके आजकल के लड़के लोग वो जब मोबाइल फोन लेते हैं, मैं तो देखता हूँ सब समय मोबाइल फोन यहीं पर है. अभी नया नया सिस्टम आया है, यहाँ पर कुछ लगा दो मोबाइल फोन यहाँ पर, वो भी अच्छी सिस्टम, उससे ज़्यादा अच्छा है. नहीं तो स्कूटर चला रहे हैं फुल स्पीड में, वो यहाँ पर है और टर्न ले रहा है. बस वो टर्न लिया, हमेशा के लिए टर्न हो गया, पीछे से कार तो गई. वो मोबाइल में काम बात कर रहा है, हम कल मिलेंगे. अरे काय का कल मिलेगा, सब खत्म. मोबाइल में बात करते करते खत्म हो गया. आई एम गिविंग यू रियल एग्जाम्पल. मोबाइल बात करते करते खत्म हो गया. बोले कल मिलेंगे. बोले अब कहाँ मिलेंगे? लगाओ ना इतना मिनट तुमको. अरे मेरे को इतना मिनट फ्री है, अभी इतना मिनट फ्री है, उसको तो करना पड़ेगा, वसूल करना पड़ेगा, पैसा वसूल करो. 3,000 SMS फ्री है, अभी तो 2,000 ही हुआ. लगाओ 1,000 SMS, एक दिन में खत्म करना है, लगाओ SMS. सो ये गॉसिपिंग में बहुत मजा आता है. वी एंजॉय गॉसिपिंग, you enjoy, but always remember it is costing you very much. थोड़ा सा गॉसिपिंग करो. गॉसिपिंग, if you cannot say goodbye to gossiping, at least reduce it. Otherwise, be prepared to get failures in life. टाइम मैनेजमेंट नहीं होगा तो वही होगा. सो गॉसिपिंग से भी कभी कभी फायदा होता है. कोई हमको बोलते स्वामी जी आपको मालूम नहीं, गॉसिपिंग में बहुत फायदा होता है. गॉसिपिंग के समय ही हम लोग का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाता है, ये हो जाता है. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. तो यू फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज प्रोडक्टिव गॉसिपिंग. बट इन जनरल आई हैव फाउंड गॉसिपिंग टाइम इज ए वेस्ट टाइम. यू फाइंड आउट फॉर योर सेल्फ. हार्मोनाइज. You see, harmony is very important. Harmony between work and worship, harmony between family work and workplace work, both have to be harmonized. Our life has to be harmonized. Harmony between meditation and work, harmony between work and worship. You see, once you get harmony in your life, your energy level goes up. You will find out for yourself. So harmony, and even another harmony is harmony of relationships. If there is harmony in family, you will find there is less of quarrel. If there is less of quarrel, आपका घर में 1 घंटा तो पहले यही जाता है. बेचारा आदमी आता है सारा दिन थक करके, और उसको बैठ करके चाय का नहीं पूछ के पहले ही उसकी बहू उसको पकड़ती, आज तुम्हारी माँ ने मेरे को ये कहा. 1 घंटा। वो बेचारा, अरे चाय तो पिला, पहले सुन तेरे माँ ने मुझे क्या कहा। अरे सारा दिन तो मैं बॉस का सुनते आ रहा हूं बाबा, होल डे बॉस का सुनते सुनते आया, अभी यहां पर शाम को आकर के 1 कप चाय भी नहीं मिली, उसके पहले शुरू हो गया लेक्चर वाइफ का। 1 घंटा लेक्चर सुनने के बाद ये तेरी माँ ने मुझे ये कहा है। उसके बाद में वहां अंदर गया रूम में ड्रेस बदलने, माँ तैयार है, तेरी वाइफ ने मुझे ये कहा। अब कहां का टाइम मैनेजमेंट, सब गया, आज का जितना आइटम था सब गया, खत्म। सो इफ देयर इज हार्मोनी इन फैमिली यू विल सेव मच टाइम। ये हार्मोनी कैसे आएगी, दैट इज अ सेपरेट सब्जेक्ट। मेरी बुक है हैप्पीनेस एंड पीस इन एवरीडे लाइफ। I will try to see if I can, you can get the book there in the bookshop, Happiness and Peace in Everyday Life. So in that I have given how to bring harmony in family, giving the example of Oson, the Prime Minister of Japan, how he brought harmony in family, that is given there. And I had given that lecture in AMA only. Interruptions should be avoided. That is, now what happens, we try to interfere in others' jobs, in others' work, and that takes lot of our time. Reverse thing happens, sometimes people interfere in our work, and when you are working, that time only telephone will come, that time only the visitor will come. So that is why, because of the interference, you are interfering with others, that also takes a lot of your time, and somebody interferes in you either by telephone or by visiting, then also you lose your time. So you have to minimize your visitors, you have to minimize your telephone calls, you have to have your mobile switch off mode sometimes, or at least on silent mode. This is for, you have to find out for yourself how to reduce the interruptions or interfere, because if the work is interrupted, you will not get concentration and you will not be finished the job properly with quality and in right time, in the scheduled time. So interruptions should be avoided as much as possible. Next is judge yourself. So most important thing, this is self-evaluation. You judge yourself whether you are utilizing the time properly or not, how much of the work I am doing which is not necessary. And also there is another saying by Holy Mother Sharda Devi. You see, lot of our time is wasted because of our relationships, because of our wrong relationship, or because of our wastage in, because of the problems arising out of relationships, for which if we can manage our relationships nicely, then we will be able to work properly, we will get more productive time. Now I will give you one tip for maintaining good relationships, which was given by Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Holy Mother Sharda Devi was the wife of Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna was the guru of Swami Vivekananda, as you know. And Sharda Devi was the mother of all, and she passed away on 21st July 1920. And before she passed away, before 2 days, she was on her deathbed when somebody was weeping, and "Maa, tum chali jaogi, hamara kya hoga?" Then Sharda Devi said, "Don't worry, Sri Ram, Lord will look after you." And then she gave her last message, which is very, very important for all of us. माँ शारदा ने कहा, she said, "My dear child, always remember, do not look at the faults of others. Do not look at the faults of others. Do not judge others. Rather, try to see your own faults. Try to judge yourself. And then, if you try to remove these faults, you will not have any time to look after others' faults. And that will give you peace of mind. If you want peace of mind, यदि तुम शांति चाहते हो, माँ शारदा ने कहा, यदि शांति चाहते हो तो किसी का दोष मत देखना। पर हमको दोष देखने में बड़ा मजा आता है। तो शारदा देवी ने दूसरा वाक्य कहा, दोष देखना ही हो तो अपना देखना। इतना दोष भीतर में मिलेगा, उस दोष को ठीक करते करते जिंदगी निकल जाएगी, दूसरे को दोष देखने का टाइम नहीं मिलेगा। यदि शांति चाहते हो तो किसी का दोष मत देखना, दोष देखना हो तो अपना देखना। इस जगत में कोई पराया नहीं है, सब हमारे अपने। Nobody is a stranger in my child in this world, the whole world belongs to you. What a beautiful message of Vedanta, given in a very simple language, And that is the secret of peace of mind, that is the secret of relationships, and that will give you ultimately more time, because when your relationships are good, automatically you will save time in fighting, in quarreling among the family. If you want peace of mind, don't look at the fault of others, don't judge others, try to judge yourself. कबीर ने कहा, बुरा जो देखा मैं चला, बुरा न मिला कोई, जो अपना दिल देखा मुझसे बुरा न कोई. बुरा जो देखे मैं चला, बुरा न मिला कोई, जो दिल अपना देखा मुझसे बुरा न कोई. I went in search of finding out, judging others, how many faults are there. But I did not get any fault, but when I looked inside, all faults were mine. So try to judge yourself and try to remove the defects that you are having rather than judging you others, and also try to judge yourself as to how much time you are utilizing, how much you are wasting. Keep to time, be punctual. Just now we talked about punctuality. For getting punctuality, plan in advance, look at the alternatives, allow latitude or margins for delays, cancellations, etc. It is best to reach ahead of time rather than getting late. I'll give an example. Fourth president of Ramakrishna Order, Swami Vijnanananda ji, he had a very peculiar habit. At that time, I'm talking, he passed away in 1939. He was the fourth president. He was a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna and a brother disciple of Swami Vivekananda. It is Swami Vijnanananda ji who built that Ramakrishna temple in Belur Math. So he had a peculiar habit. Whenever he would go to the railway station for catching a train, he will go 4 hours in advance, 5 hours in advance. And all the people who will accompany, अरे वहाँ 4-5 घंटा आगे जाके क्या करेंगे, क्योंकि उनको तो बैठने के लिए वो स्टेशन मास्टर खुद की चेयर दे देगा, बाकी लोगों को खड़े रहना पड़ेगा 5 घंटा. बोले स्वामी जी ये क्या आपका पिक्युलर है, बट ही विल नॉट लिसन. Why are you going so early? He will keep mum. But he said we have to go. What happened the day he told, somebody told, Swamiji, you must change your habit, you are going too early. That very day when they were traveling, there was a puncture. And that time there was no puncture shop in Calcutta, near on that same road. So they had to take the tire, and there was no extra wheel also. So they went all there, 2 hours they had to sit there, wait for the puncture to be done. And lastly they reached the station right in time. And Vijnanananda did not say, he did like this, समझ गए मैं क्यों जल्दी आता हूँ. Now they did not have any reply. So it is safer to reach earlier rather than cutting a sorry figure. ट्रेन चली गई क्या करो, next ट्रेन में reservation नहीं है. So that is why we should be very careful and plan in advance and keep to the time. Try to be punctual, but as I showed you, punctuality is only one side of the time management. L is learn to say no. I have yet to learn this, but I am trying to learn. What happens? There are so many invitations, and everybody is so progressive. For me, I am giving you my example, and they say, no, Swami ji, आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. अरे पर I have, मेरे को उसी समय ये है, नहीं आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. सुबह वहाँ जाओ, दोपहर को वहाँ जाओ. And then it is become so, I have to manage so many things, and the travel has to be this one. नहीं सूरत में मेरा प्रोग्राम है, नहीं आप शाम को हम आपका प्रोग्राम रखेंगे, आपको हम गाड़ी देंगे, ये करेंगे, आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. And I see their sincerity, I can't say no. And again somebody comes, I can't say no. Then over a period I saw that this way nothing will happen, and I will collapse before making the fulfillments of all. So now I will not be able to commit, I will not be able to fulfill my commitments. When I am not able to fulfill my commitments, I should bite as much as I can chew. And so that way can happen only if I can say no to others. Now I have started saying no, they feel very bad, but what to do? Because I know I will not be able to do it. I have got so many other jobs. I have to give this report to our headquarters. This relief work also, I have to collect funds. Our lecture hall we are building, that we have to collect funds. So many things are happening simultaneously. And if I take up so many invitations of so many colleges, there are thousands of colleges, so many companies, they are also wanting. So I know my limitations, I will not be able to go. So I say no. They feel bad, I also feel bad, but we must say when to say no. But of course politely, very sweetly, I never say no. Yes, I will come, but not this time. We are not cancelling, we are postponing. And then okay, तो 2 महीने बाद मेरे को फोन करना, मैं बाद में बताऊंगा. फिर दूसरा चार्ट देख करके वो तो उस तारीख होती है, अच्छा नेक्स्ट ईयर. बट आई नेवर से नो, बट आई एम सेइंग नो. I am saying no in such a manner, very politely, they don't feel bad. Sometimes they feel bad, I cannot help, but we must learn to say no. Learning to say no means, नहीं मैं नहीं होगा, जो करना है कर लो. अरे वो तो क्या है, वो तो कोई भी बोल सकता है, मैं भी बोल सकता हूँ, जाओ करना कर लो. क्या करेगा, क्या कर लेगा, यही होगा, मन में 10 गाली देके चला जाएगा. But we don't want that. We want harmonious relationships. We don't want to give suffering to others. Politely say that at present it is not possible, we will try to do. So you must learn to say no, and how to say no, that also you must learn. How to say no in a polite language so that they don't feel bad. At the same time, we know our limitations. Then manage. So the management of time is connected with all types of other management, that is stress management, management of relationships, management of your workplace, management of your work, so many things. If you manage properly, then only you will be able to manage properly. Now or never. There is a beautiful book, The Power of Now, isn't it? Power of Now. किताब के पढ़ा है किसी ने? नहीं पढ़ा. There is a beautiful book, The Power of Now. So now means अभी करो. तुलसीदास ने क्या कहा? काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, पलमा पल्ले होएगी, बहुरी करेगो कब. परंतु ये कुछ लोग बोलते हैं आज करे सो काल कर, काल करे सो परसों, इतनी क्या है प्यारे, जब जीना है बरसों. So these are the people who want to postpone everything. Procrastination, वो पी में आएगा. Procrastination to be avoided. अरे आज करे सो काल कर, क्या जल्दी यार, कल करेंगे. और कल कभी आता नहीं, याद रखना, कल कभी नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि कल फिर दूसरा कल आएगा. कल जब आया, अच्छा कल करेंगे, फिर कल है परसों, अच्छा कल करेंगे. वो कल वो रहेगा. भद्रलोकेर एक कथा, बंगला में कहते हैं भद्रलोकेर एक कथा. जेंटलमैन स्पीक ओनली वन ट्रूथ, सो दे विल आल्सो से हाँ कल करेंगे. अरे आपने कहा था आज करने के लिए, कल करें. बोलो मैं तो यही बोल रहा हूँ कल करूंगा. वो कल कभी आने वाला नहीं, क्योंकि कल का दूसरा कल है, फिर दूसरा कल है, दूसरा कल है, आगामी कल हमेशा आएगा. तो डोंट पोस्टपोन टू फ्यूचर. प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन टू बी अवॉइडेड. Do it now. Organizing very important. Organizing your workplace, organizing your papers and files, that will save lot of time. कितना सारा हमारा टाइम चला जाता है, एक पेपर मिल नहीं रहा है, फाइलिंग ठीक से किया नहीं है. So proper filing, proper managing your papers, proper managing your dress. अरे कपड़ा, अरे टाइम हो रहा है, पार्टी का टाइम हो रहा है, कपड़ा मिल नहीं रहा है, कहाँ रखा, आज जूता कहाँ रखा. So everything is a proper time, then it will save your time. So organize yourself. Planning is very important. So for planning there are so many other items are available. Plan to do list are also there. There are planning diaries are available. Planning diaries are available every day, what you should plan, it's given there. So if you have planned diaries, and if you have got this to-do list, every day night you prepare a to-do list, kal subah kya karna hai, and start doing the activities which are most important, most urgent, then urgent, not important, then important, not important but urgent, and last not important, not urgent. Likewise you try to do the list, ये plan करना पड़ेगा, then you will be able to do much better. Then there is the thing, quit the nonsense. You find out what is nonsense for you, and you find that you enjoy, the small children enjoy video games, so they should quit the video games. Do you know in America, the third generation of TV viewers is going on. The psychologists, they discovered, on an average a child sees for 5 hours TV there in America, and they found out that the children who are born to the parents who were looking at TV more, who were seeing TV more, viewing TV more, and their grandfathers also were seeing TV more, these children who are born to such parents and grandparents, by very birth they analyzed, they have got a very, very strong optical nerve, so they will be able to see TV much better. and the optical nerve is missing, it is not there. Analytical nerve is not there, because in TV you don't have to analyze anything. It automatically comes 3 dimensions. So analytical nerve is missing. And then they discovered, my God, this TV will make analytical mind go and you will not have any brains. So they have given the name idiot box. And they are throwing the idiot box now, and we are taking those, importing those idiot box and putting in our drawing room and spoiling our children. So I am not saying there are maybe good programs in TV, this and that, but whatever you find out which are the programs which are not important to be seen, or which destroys our mind, which destroys our children, which makes our children violent, don't try to have those types of TVs, and that also spoils your time and also spoils the mind and also spoils so many other things. So that is why you try to quit those nonsense. Then routine, most important. You must have a routine. Plan, you must have a fixed routine. इतने बजे उठना, इतने बजे सोना, इतने बजे बैठना, इतने बजे खाना. This is very important. Now this is precisely what most of the students, they are suffering from. They are not able to study properly, because what happens that they are following a very haphazard life. So many children come to me. भाई सवारे કેટલા વાગે ઉઠે છે? એ નક્કી નહીં. બધી 6 વાગે 7 વાગે, રવિવારે તો 9 વાગે. ભાઈ તારું સુવર્ણ ટાઈમ શું છે? કે નક્કી નહીં. કોઈ 10 વાગે, કોઈ 11 વાગે, સારું પીતો 12 વાગે ટીવીમાં. એ ભાઈ તારો ભણવાનો ટાઈમ શું છે? કે નક્કી નહીં. મૂડ આવે ત્યારે ભણી લઉં. ભાઈ તારો જમવાનો ટાઈમ શું છે? કે નક્કી નહીં. ભૂખ લાગે ત્યારે ખાઈ લઉં. ભાઈ તારો ટીવી જોવાનો ટાઈમ? નક્કી. રમવાનો ટાઈમ? નક્કી. પછી એ લોકોને પૂછે, સ્વામીજી આ મનની એકાગ્રતા ક્યારે આવશે? કે નક્કી નહીં. તમારો જવાબ તમને પાછું, तुम्हारा कुछ निश्चित नहीं है तो एकाग्रता भी निश्चित नहीं. So then I tell them, if you want concentration, you must have regularity of life. And I tell them, more regular the life, the more will be the concentration, the more will be the control of mind. If you really want to control the mind, if you really want to get most out of your mind, you must have control over your mind. And control of mind will directly be proportional to regularity of your life. Now, once you make a timetable, some people say it becomes monotonous, it becomes mechanical. Okay, you have a variety. On holidays you can have another type of timetable, and sometimes you change your timetable, but you must follow timetable. Prepare a timetable, even if you are not able to follow 100%, but have a timetable. What happens when you are regular activity? You are the settling down time is it. Those who are cricket batsmen, they know. First of all, they want to, when they start playing, they have some settling down time. Before settling, if they start to play the shots, they will be caught in the boundary line. So there is something called settling down time. First of all, they have to watch the ball is moving off spin or leg spin, what is the type of pitch, how much turn is it taking, and then play your shot. Otherwise, you will be caught in the boundary line. So there is some settling down time. But so every day when you are changing your time, it takes time for you to settle down in your study, in your other activities. But when there is a routine, so your mind is very well predetermined. Yes, 5 o'clock I have to get up. Yes, 5:30 I have to do meditation. Yes, 6 o'clock I have to do exercise. Yes, 7 o'clock breakfast. We have got, for example, in ashrama, there is bell. Morning there will be Shankha, 5 o'clock go to Arati. 7 o'clock bell, breakfast. 12 o'clock bell, lunch. Likewise, everything is determined by the bell. So our mind is preconditioned. Exactly at 12 o'clock there will be hunger. There will be hunger inside. But I have to tell my mind, no, it is not ashram. Abhi AMM lecture chal raha hai, chup. But this thing comes. Your mind is prepared for this type of activity. So routine is very, very important. If you have a fixed routine, then you will be able to have better control over mind, and you will be able to save your time. Next is save time minute by minute. You know, when there is a cricket match going on, pitch is very bad, it's turning pitch, and the bowling is very, very tight, and the ball is turning, and you are not able to play your shots, because if you play your shots, you will be caught at the boundary line. What is the solution? Single. ऐसा किया दौड़ के चले गए, ऐसा किया दौड़ के चले गए. So you try to steal the singles. So when we are not able to manage time, when we tight schedule, we have very tight schedule, we are not able to fetch half an hour from any activity, fetch 1 minute. 1 minute from here, 1 minute from there, 1 minute from there, total you got 10 minutes more. Only 1 minute. So when the students say, what to do, mera time itna schedule, very tight schedule, very tight schedule. Acha, how many hours you are sleeping? 6 hours. 6 hours you are sleeping. If you sleep 1 minute less, will you fall sick? Then reduce 1 minute. Alarm रख दिया 5 बजे के बदले 4:49 को, 4:59 को, 1 मिनट. So right from morning you are 1 minute ahead. 1 मिनट पहले से ही आगे बढ़ गया तुम्हारा शेड्यूल. Everywhere you are winning 1 minute. फिर स्टडी में, फिर कोई तुम्हारा बाथिंग में 15 मिनट, 14 मिनट कर दो. Likewise, you try to still single, 1 minute in every activity, and you find you are getting 15-20 minutes per day. So this is what you have to do. Tipe tipe sarovar bharai. In Gujarati there is a proverb. Tipe tipe sarovar bharai. So when you are not able to save time by drastic methods, at least you save minute by minute. And likewise, you will be able to reserve time. So save time minute by minute. Tame your mind. Tame is a monkey. You know, the mind is like a monkey. Swami Vivekananda gives the example. Do you know? There was a monkey. You know, monkeys are very restless, always jumping. So there was a monkey which was always jumping. And what happened? Suddenly, some scorpion stung. So it started jumping more. Then somebody gave a liquor. So after taking liquor, he was more jumping. It was more jumping. And then, at the end, a ghost entered into the body. Then you find how much the monkey is jumping. Similarly, Swamiji says, our mind is by very nature very restless, and day and night we are drinking the liquor. What is that? Wine? We are taking the wine of desire. आज मेरे को ये करना है, I want to get this one, I want to get Mercedes-Benz car, I want to get this bungalow, I want to get this dress. So many desires. We are drinking the wine, and so mind is becoming more restless. Then scorpion is stinging. What is scorpion? Jealousy. मेरे से आगे बढ़ गया. कैसे आगे बढ़ गया? Let me see how it goes ahead of me. Jealousy. That jealousy comes, mind becomes more restless. And then a ghost of ego comes. जानते नहीं मैं कौन हूँ? बता दूंगा. So this ego, when this comes, our mind becomes very restless. Unless until we control the mind, taming the mind, taming the monkey is very important. Then only you will be able to get more time, and we will be able to manage more time. Utilize the tools of time management, like there are planning diaries, and there are many clocks. There are alarm clocks. Likewise, you can use it as a tool. Verify. This is very important. You know, I had gone to Raipur so many years back. So from Raipur I wanted to go to Calcutta. So we found the ticket was not available. So we told the agents that I must go on 17th of particular month, and the train was starting at night 10:30 from Raipur. So I said I want the ticket for 17th. So first of all they said it is not available. Even the travel agent, they said it is not available. Then again the telephone call from Raipur is not available, but there is Bilaspur quota. From Bilaspur quota it is available. I said okay, then you get it from Bilaspur quota. So from Bilaspur quota the ticket was reserved, and I got into the train at Raipur station. I was sleeping nicely, and then Bilaspur came at 12:30 p.m. At 12:30 a.m., 0:30 a.m. After midnight, the Bilaspur came, and the station, the TT checker came. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you sleeping? I am sleeping on my berth. I have got reservation. No, this person is saying it is his berth, but I have got my reserved seat. दोनों अपना अपने reservation slip बता रहे हैं. He also showed, the other person showed his reserved slip. Yes, that is also same berth, same compartment, everything same. I said, you see, this is coach number A1, 13 number slip. This is it. Then the TT वो भी चकरा गया. अरे ये दोनों का A1 berth number भी same है. Then he said, अरे आपका ट्रेन 24 घंटा पहले चला गया. He told me वो क्या हुआ था कि 17 रात को 12 बजे के बाद ट्रेन चेंज हो जाता है, इसने बटे ने चेंज नहीं किया, एजेंट ने, उसने वही 17 का टिकट का चेंज किया बिलासपुर से। अब तक में तो 18 हो गया बाबा, ये ट्रेन का था हमारा। सो उतरिए, देन आई हैड टू get down, I had to go by sitting, but I would have lost my train and I had got another engagement. So you will be missing your engagements, you will be mismanaging your time if you do not verify. Always when you get the ticket, air ticket, railway ticket, abhi ki baat hai, just now I came here last night from Delhi. When I went to Delhi, some people were to receive me. So when I got down, I told that I am coming. Yes, gate number 2. Yes, gate number 2. I have come out of the gate number 2, person is not coming to receive me. Then again telephone, where are you? In gate number 2. I am also at gate number 2. But I am at gate number 2. I am also gate number 2. Both are shouting, but I am waiting for half an hour. I am also waiting for half an hour for you. Then later on discovered that he has gone to gate number 2 of arrival, ordinary domestic. Where are you? Domestic airport. I am at domestic airport, but now another T3 has come, new terminal. Now Jet Airways goes to the T3 terminal. Then actually it was my mistake, I should have told them, in the ticket it was written T3 terminal, not domestic terminal. He was charging it. Then I said, I am here. Then he could discover there is a flyover. Yes, this is T3 terminal. Yes, in the ticket is written T3 terminal. Then he came to T3 terminal. Then I lost how much? Only 1 hour. Unnecessarily. Had I seen that T3 terminal in my ticket, had I told them that is T3 terminal, then so much of labor would not have been lost. So much of this, so much of energy would not have lost. So verifying everything, you get the air ticket, you get railway ticket, before going, you verify whether time is in train or time is in time or not. Sometimes the trains are late. Nowadays it is इतना ज़्यादा लेट नहीं होती, पहले तो बहुत लेट होती थी. पहले का तो ये था, ट्रेन इंडियन रेलवेज के बारे में कहा जाता था कि एक बार ट्रेन गलती से देखा कि एकदम राइट टाइम आई है और बोले कि आज तो ये इंडियन रेलवेज को हम लोग को जरूर से वी मस्ट फेलिसिटेट द इंडियन रेलवेज, एग्जैक्ट टाइम पर आई. अरे साहब बाबूजी ये कल की ट्रेन है, 24 घंटा लेट है केवल. हाँ 24 घंटा. आई हैव आल्सो फेस्ड 24 आवर्स, बट दैट टाइम देयर वाज सम एक्सीडेंट, बट आई हैव फेस्ड दिस प्रॉब्लम. 24 आवर्स लेट. Whatever it is, you verify the train number and your bogie number, coach number, date, time. So this will save a lot of time. And before you go, you must give a message by email, and communication gap should be avoided. So this verification, whether he has received the proper communication or not, that is also very important. Otherwise you will be losing time. Then wastage of time has to be reduced. Now what is the wastage? You know better than me. You know, you have to find out for yourself what is your wastage of time. I know my wastage of time, but sometimes I am wasting because there is no other way out. I am trying to reduce the wastage, but even today I am wasting. क्या करें, बुरा लगेगा, नहीं इच्छा है, जाना पड़ता है, क्या करेंगे. But you know, certain times we have to waste time, but you purposely waste when you are wasting. But you must know that you are wasting time, and wherever possible, you try to avoid waste of time. Then you xeroxing your schedule. You prepare a schedule, give the copies to others so that they know your schedule. For example, I have put my schedule in my website rkmvododara.com/sn. I will put the website here. Our ashrama's website is rkmvododara.com. www.rkmvododara.com. वडोदरा नहीं हुआ ना, वडोदरा.com. And if you put /sn, then it is my personal website. There I have given my schedule for the next whole year, so that I don't have to waste my time. वो पहले बोलते हैं आप हमारे इस बार लेक्चर के आइए, पहले अरे पहले शेड्यूल देख लो मेरा, उस तारीख को मैं वहां पर लखनऊ में हूँ. Unnecessary, how can I come on 7th of December? You tell me, how can I come at 2 places? अभी क्लोनिंग तो शुरू नहीं हुआ है, what can I do? So see the schedule. So you put your schedules, inform others so that your wastage of time or communication not done. Why? Yes, I can do it. If you believe you can manage your time properly, you can reduce wastages. Yes, I know that the techniques of time management. Yes, I will try to follow the techniques. Yes, it can be done and it will be done by me. I can save time and I will manage time I manage better. That positive attitude must come to you. That will help you in managing time better. And then Z is Zen meditation. Zen meditation nothing but awareness. Am I aware what I am doing? Are you aware that you are listening to me? Am I aware that I am talking to you? Normally we are not. So this keeping the awareness. So am I aware I am wasting how much time? This awareness. So Zen meditation, try to practice at least for 1 minute in the morning and in the evening. Gradually you can have little more meditation and then that will be able to give you much better control over self. And this, if you are able to manage time properly, then you will be able to manage your stress also properly, because most of the time stress arises because you are not able to finish the jobs in the proper time. So time management, stress management are very much interrelated. Actually speaking, we had to finish at 12:30. I am sorry I have taken more time. In fact, I wanted to have question answer session. Now time is not there. If you want, I can have question answer. But if you are in a mood to go, then I can go. Yes, 1 or 2 questions we can take up. And afterwards what happened? I will be here downstairs near our bookshop. We have brought our bookshop. You can get so many of my CDs, so many of my books and all that downstairs. And there near the bookshop I will stay for some time. You can ask me questions which you could not ask because of the shortage of time. So about time management or anything, you can ask me questions at that time. Or in my website, you can download many of my CDs available in this website. Many of my articles are available. Plus, I am on Facebook. Our Ramakrishna Mission Ashram of Vivekananda Memorial Vadodara is also on Facebook. Plus, many of my CDs are available on YouTube and also iTunes. So, you can, and in my website, I have put 100 questions, FAQ, frequently asked questions. So, you will get replies in many of these. Still, we can take 1 or 2 questions. Yes, please. How to change the old habits? Attitudes. Very difficult. Very difficult, I can understand, because old habits are very difficult to be changed. But where there is will, there is a way. Where there is will, there is a way. And if you are not able to change, pray to God, He will help you to change your habits. Any other question? Yes.
If there is incompetence of work, at the end of the day, then there is a negative attitude or negative feeling in our mind. So how to conquer it?
Overcome that, yes. I will tell you. बीती ताही बिसार दे, आगे की सुध ले. Let us forget the past. Past is a cancelled check. Now, let us work on the present. Present is a gift. Let us try to make. जो हुआ तो होगा, भूल जाओ. Let us try now again. जो हो गया सो उसको जो दूध गिर गया अभी वो वापस नहीं आएगा, उसको छोड़ दो, रोना छोड़ दो, रोना धोना छोड़ दो. Now, अभी next, what next? Golden future is awaiting you. Mistake होती है. Swami Vivekananda says, failures, they are the beauty of life. What would be life without it? Failures are the beauty of life. I never had a cow tell a lie, but he is always a cow and never a man. A man makes a mistake, tomorrow he will become great. Cow never tells a lie, never makes a mistake, it will remain a cow. So, we learn for our mistake, don't worry. We should learn from mistake and have a positive attitude, for which books of Swami Vivekananda will help you very much. Particularly the books like Thoughts of Power and will help you very much. Yes? Positive? Cognitive resource, how to manage? Yes, that is again I said there is only one word for any type of this, whatever you are telling, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes a man perfect. And even if you are failing, try again and again and you will meet with success. So I am very happy to meet all of you. At the time of going, Suvana time, yes, yes, your question was very good. He was asking how many hours one should sleep. If Kumbhakarna asks me, well, my different reply. If somebody else asks me, different reply. So it depends upon the individual. You find out for yourself how much sleep you need for freshening up yourself. Normally, those who are working very hard physically require 8 to 9 hours sleep. But those who are working only with intelligence, that is, they are studying, for them 7 to 8 hours is enough. Sometimes if you have good deep sleep, 6 hours is enough. It depends upon what type of sleep you are having, quality of sleep also. Some people have whole night they are dreaming. And so in the morning also they are not fresh because sleep never came to them. So if you have good sleep, even 6 hours is enough. And those who are meditating more, for them even 5 hours sleep is more enough. So it depends upon the individual. Normally 6 to 7 hours sleep is a good enough sleep. So I am very happy to have met you, and I thank you all for giving me very good attention, and I am sure you will be able to manage your time very nicely. We have not been able to manage our time. We took 45 minutes more, but the way you were listening to me, I was very much happy, and so I continued for 45 minutes more. And while going, you please take whatever folders, there are 2 folders here, and 1 small book you will get from downstairs as a gift from us, from the bookshop, and rest books and CDs you can purchase. So thank you very much.
Thank you.